All right, and we are live. How's it going, everybody? As you can tell, this morning, Proper Jeremy is just a little bit late. He's probably sleeping in. He's on the West Coast, so he's probably just, a little tired. He said he might sleep in a little bit, but that's all good. So, but in the meantime, we got Black Angus Reviews and Flipped Out with me right here. So, how's it going this morning, guys?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. How are you guys?
Just waking up over on my end. You guys are well into your morning, so that's good. We got Stony McInternet Douche in the chat, Star Wars for Life, Hallmark Channel Jeremy, Lone Wolf Cub, Johnny 5, 6 Scale Combat. We had Alex Lathis in here for a little bit. How's it going? Yeah, Stony McInternet Douche is like West Coast. Ew. Naturally.
More like the left coast.
Yeah, Star Wars for Life's going to ask Proper Anna to join if she's not busy. Well, yeah, if she wants to. I mean, that'd be fun too.
Oh, she's in here? Cool. Hey, what's up, Star Wars for Life?
Yeah, Star Wars for Life's in here, and she's going to see if Proper Anna wants to come in. That'd be cool, but we shall see. In the meantime, I had mostly topics for Proper Jeremy, and I was going to invite Nerdette's Newsstand in here after like an hour or so to talk about comic stuff. But anything you guys want to talk about to kick us off in the meantime? While we stall?
I'll let Flip go.
What'd you eat for breakfast? Flip, he might be doing some stuff. That's all good. Did you eat anything this morning, dude? Did you get pancakes, cereal?
We talked about it.
Cheerios.
We talked a little bit about it before. I just watched Galaxy Quest for the first time in like I don't know how long, but it's the first time since I've actually watched some Star Trek as an adult. So I'm like, this is even better. Sigourney Weaver's like perfection in that movie. Real babe.
Yep. Yeah, so Stony McInternet Douche. The Cinema Squad is more of a Black Angus, Jeff the Iron Wolf, and at the Rookie Critic thing that we do every other weekend. So he just had a little kerfuffle the other day setting that up. Yeah, Jeff Hicks actually commented on this this morning. I went on to his thing for a sec, and he was like, "Oh yeah, and the Jeff, or he's like the Rookie Critic, the Iron Wolf, and Black Angus Reviews have a little thing they do every Monday nights now, I think, or something." Because he saw the post yesterday, and I was like, "Oh no, the issues."
No. What happened with that was I set the date for December 1st, but then I changed the time to Eastern, so it reset the day. Yeah,
I gotcha. That's all good. Yeah, it is morning for me, and I am usually sleeping at this hour, but that's all good. I got school at noon, which is great. I love not having school so early in the morning. Like getting up at 8 is not fun. So I remember for 1 year I tried to have math classes at 8 a.m. every morning, and I had to take the bus. So I'd have to get up at like 5:30 to like get ready and then get to the bus early to get to school early. And that was not fun at all. Now I could sleep my ass in, until noon and then just get there around 1. It was much more fun. Definitely. Yep. So there was, you mentioned a Venom box office thing the other day. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Lone Wolf Cub's here, right? Yeah, there's Cubby.
The Cubster.
He'll be pleased. He did like my comment on Twitter.
All right, yeah, we have some Venom news that nobody's really covering in the community right now. So Black Angus is going to get that up and share with us some of it, some box office fun.
Yeah, so Venom's made $822 million so far, and that means it's beat Wonder Woman and I'm not sure which Guardians, if it's one or two or both, but it's beat Guardians at the box office. I think it said it's like 14th of all time or maybe higher comic book movie revenues. So I think it's clear, like I said when we first met Wolf Cub and talked about Venom and stuff, that this is going to put the ball in Sony's court managing Spider-Man long term, and I'm glad for it because I don't like the MCU version of Spidey so far. Have they kind of shoehorned him in, and the shitty universe they've made, the kind of how would I say it, below the radar kind of SJW moves with like Mary Jane and shit. and Genki and all that. Or whatever that Ned, I think, is in the movie, but it's Genki from the Miles Morales run. I'm really excited because I want someone to threaten Disney at the box office, and it's only going to give us better products if we have competition. You know, they just bought Fox, from what I can tell, to just destroy competition because there's no money to be made on home media from those movies long term. You know, they might make a buck here or there, even if they make a sequel or something to like Die Hard or Planet of the Apes or something. Like, they've already ran their course. They've already, you know, hit the fans that want it. So, like, they're not gonna make money on that. They're just paying $70 billion to kill competition and to buy Hulu, even though they're making their own streaming service, trying to just take over the media, entertainment wise. So I think this is good that Sony can compete, hopefully make a viable Venomverse, and actually have Spider-Man in it. You know, Tom Holland is required to be in at least one Sony-produced Spider-Man movie. So I don't know. Hopefully it builds up. I hope it's legitimate, and I hope they, you know, are able to get away from the moral ambiguity of Venom and actually make him a bad guy. But you know, they didn't have Spider-Man to start off with. So that's why they went that route.
Yeah, well, yeah, I kind of hope too that they actually do pretty well because that'd be nice to have a good competition against Disney right now. That would be really fun because, but yeah. Hey, Flip.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. You in the car?
I am. And what happened was I was in racetrack and my phone got stuck on mute. I have no idea how that happened, but you know.
Yeah. That's fun, isn't it?
Always fun, my friend. What'd I miss?
Oh, he just talked about how Venom is kicking ass in the box office compared to some other films and given a nice run for its money and could be a positive turn toward the Sony Spider-Man universe.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. I loved Venom, man. I thought it was a really good movie. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, Oscar-worthy writing or anything, but I think it was pretty good, you know.
Yeah, just think if the story was great, how much fun it would have been. That's the weirdest thing is like it's a shitty movie that you want to see more of.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's like it was badly written, but I really did enjoy the action scenes, and they got him right this time as opposed to Spider-Man 3.
Don't mention that.
Yeah. Horror Channel Jeremy says, see, this is what happens when you officially invite Proper Jeremy. No show.
You mean improper Jeremy?
Is that what he said? No, he said Proper Jeremy.
Improper.
Improper. Yes, but that's all right. I am just really assuming that he's overslept or slept through his alarm clock or something because I've done that too sometimes, or like I'll have 5 alarm clocks and then I'll just sleep through all of them, and then I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, that's all good. So yeah, we had
sleeping.
I had a bunch of topics prepared for Proper Jeremy to talk with him. I didn't really have any other off the cuff ones, but that's all good. We are the rookie corner right now, and we will come up with something. I'm actually trying to see if DJD Show wants to come in here. He said he's going to be on for a few. He usually streams in the morning also, so he'll probably be on his own stream soon enough. But if he wants to come in here at all, he's welcome to. That'd be interesting. See his stuff. He's always got news stories and Comicsgate stuff and Star Wars stuff.
Oh, well, I guess I got something to fill in that y'all can kind of comment on, I guess. Have y'all heard of the Thought Audit?
Yeah, but I have no idea what that is.
So it's essentially, you know, like hot chicks, cosplayers, and whatever on Instagram and whatnot, that or Snapchat, that they have like a premium section and they charge you more to like access, kind of like Patreon or something. That kind of setup where it's like, well, you want to see me naked and do, you know, pose and shit, you pay for it. And you know, people are calling it out, saying like it needs to be audited or something, and all the thoughts are freaking out about being audited. Where it's like, oh, these incels are calling for me to be audited. And, you know, it's like it's hard work being a sex worker. It's like, okay, well, if you want to be legitimate, pay your taxes. Like,
it seems simple.
They try and call everyone that's pushing for the thought audit as sexist or something because they don't want to pay the taxes. They're trying to shame you from reporting them.
Huh.
Thought audit.
Yeah, that hoe over there is what it means. Thought.
Oh, okay.
What?
I was always
Gee.
like, is that supposed to be some weird way of saying hot? You're like, oh, it's a thought girl. I'm like, what? I literally assumed that's what that meant.
Yeah, me too.
No, yeah, I was watching some Sargon of Akkad, some Thinkery that was just kind of exploring it, and he didn't know what it meant, so he Urban Dictionary thought and hold the camera. And it's like, oh, okay. I keep seeing like all these thoughts and this and that on Twitter and Facebook, and I'm like, what the fuck is a thought? I just thought it meant like a hot girl. Sort of does, but it's like, dumb bimbos that need self-esteem from acting like they don't need it, but always posting themselves in like hot, photogenic girls always need attention on Facebook, whatever. And,
no, super fun. All right, yeah. Well, all
I was
right.
kind of opening that up for dialogue for y'all.
Yeah, I don't really have too much to say on that since I don't really know that much about that one.
I don't know much about it.
That's all good. While we're waiting on Proper Jeremy, what do you guys want to talk about in the chat? And we might be able to come up with something for that. I might invite Nerdette in here pretty shortly if I don't hear anything from Proper Jeremy soon. I wanted to give him a whole first hour and then, kind of divulge with it and then invite her in. But I might invite her in sooner if PJ is sleeping on the job. You talking, Flip? No. All right. So, Stony McInternet douche. I might let you join in for a little bit. We shall see. Let's see. Alex, I sent you an invite if you want to pop in. Do you want me to resend it again, Alex? That'd be cool to have you on. We haven't had you on since like the first one. That'd be kind of fun. And honestly, Star Wars for Life, if you wanted to pop on in here, that'd be a rare one. I mean, we haven't heard much from you for like as far as actual streaming stuff. So if you wanted to have a first stream or something, this is always a good place to start on the Rookie Corner.
Come on in.
Heck yeah. Something we can introduce says thoughts are theft. All right. Well, okay. So since we're just buying time right here, let's just talk about something that we can always talk about. We can always talk anything Star Wars, but what about Star Wars should we talk about? While we wait, do you think that Episode 9? So I watched Flip's video on the Episode 9 theories. So do you guys think that all the theories are going to happen? I think that Flip called it when he said that they're going to happen right after the trailer drops on the Super Bowl or whatever. But do you think there's going to be like some Mike Zero theories coming right before that, or is he still popping out theories? I don't actually check his channel. I have no idea what he's doing.
Who?
Mike Zero.
Who? Mike Zero.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. I don't presume to like call it, so to speak, but I mean, doesn't it make sense, guys? Like right then when the teaser drops, like everyone and their brother is going to come out with a new theory video. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but doesn't it make sense?
Yeah. I think so.
Snoke is Plagueis, and Luke's coming back as a Force Ghost. No, he's not going to be a Force Ghost. Wait a minute, he's going to be a clone.
Ahsoka's going to be in it. Ezra's going to be in it. All these.
Yeah, I literally read that Ezra Bridger is coming back, and that's the person that one guy's going to play, Matt Smith or whatever.
Yeah,
I saw something about even Padme is rumored to come back, and it's like, why?
Yeah, really.
I heard that too. I watched that Star Wars Girls video on that, and I was seriously just like, well, Graham, like, I don't see what would be the benefit of that. I mean, Natalie Portman, okay, but is that the draw? Because Natalie Portman, she can be a sexy grandma or something, like sexy grandma. I don't know.
Well, if Vader were still alive, it would make sense, but
he did.
He did.
He did. He done did.
I mean, they're bringing Cassian Andor back, so what are you going to do, right?
Good point. I'd watch him be in episode 9.
Man, if Sith were here, he'd tell us his episode 9 predictions. That would be really cool. What are some of yours?
I don't know. I think I think they're going to try to make it as cool as they can, but it's going to come off like, what the fuck is going on? So I feel like it's going to be, because it's got to be, episode 9 should technically be one of the best Star Wars films because it's capitalizing off of 3 trilogies. It's like the end to 3 trilogies, basically. And, so in a way, I guess if you look at it like that, maybe it's interesting if they do have like Luke or Padme or Anakin or somebody come back. So then you can have like, some intermingling of the 3 trilogies kind of clashing at once.
Yeah.
Might be interesting. Star Wars for Life in here asks if we think that George Lucas is doing the Obi-Wan movie.
I hope so, but we don't need Obi-Wan. Like, as much as people want to see Ewan McGregor, we don't need Obi-Wan movie. He's been in 6 movies plus Force Awakens if you count his voice as like a character appearance. He's in all of Clone Wars. He's in all of Clone Wars, and he has like cameos in Rebels. Like, he's got a full story arc as like a living person and as a mentor through the Force. Cool. It'd be cool if they could make it, but like it shouldn't be a priority. They should prioritize like less known things like Boba Fett, where it's like you got a full clean slate with only a few little things to like limit you in storytelling, as far as like he's here at this time, he does this at this time, he dies. You should think here. And even that isn't a limitation because apparently him being in Battlefront by EA on Celeste shows that like it's apparently canon that he survived the Sarlacc pit. So that's not even a limitation.
Yeah, I agree. I think that he's got way too much shine, and you can't just keep on showing it. I kind of do want there to be some mystery with him, and I think if they keep on doing Obi-Wan related stuff, there's not going to be any mystery at all. It's like between episode 3 and 4 is the only mystery left, basically. But yeah,
it really makes you wonder what that politician was thinking, saying something like that. That Obi-Wan's going to be made by George Lucas.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's the question.
I don't know. I mean, you could say that he is confused, but was it you that made the point, or Sith, or somebody made the point about how, like, why would he waste his time doing that? So maybe it is more legit. Because, like, why would he be spending his time on Reddit or on other platforms or something?
Oh yeah, because he should be doing. Yeah, I think it was Sith. He said, "I'd like to think that he's actually doing his job as opposed to looking into the movie industry."
Okay, I gotcha. Well, I mean, I still don't know if that would really matter as much if he did. I mean, I don't know. I do like George Lucas still, but I still just think that he's got no reason to try to make anything. Like, I feel like he's chilling on his home and he's just relaxing, having a good time. Just going, yeah, Star Wars, let it sink or flourish. Who cares?
He did say that he felt like he sold his baby in or something like that into white slavery or something like that.
Yeah, the famous quote.
Yeah, so I mean, he does have an emotional attachment still, and there's the possibility that Disney is desperate. Wait a minute, they're definitely desperate.
Possibility that they're desperate. That's a good one.
Yeah, I never understood why he sold to Disney instead of just to Fox, who already, helped him make Star Wars.
I thought Lucasfilm was just going to be its own studio.
Yeah, that would have been cool too, but like if he's selling it, I don't see why he wouldn't sell to people who helped him build his empire with Fox Studios.
Yeah,
that might have saved them actually, because they're selling all their shit to Disney. So like that them having the new trilogy and stuff to make, they wouldn't have left Dark Horse to go to Marvel with the comics. Like I think everything would have been maybe pure if they would have stayed with Fox, or if it would have just been its own studio.
Yeah, that'd be much better in the modern landscape, I think, because then you'd have that competition. Like, oh shit, we got to do good because Fox is doing good, and then they'd probably keep their X-Men stuff, and they could go, yeah, we got X-Men, we got Star Wars, and then that Disney would have the MCU and stuff, but they have to work a lot harder to keep the audiences, fully at their grasp.
Yeah, that would have been really something if he'd sold to like Fox or something. He wouldn't have got as much money, but I think you're right. It would have been more pure, more closer to, because they were part of the very first trilogy.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, Fox would have been pretty good like that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm gonna. Yeah, go ahead.
Obviously, there's probably like the reason he sold it was to get rid of the stress, I guess, and to make a lot of money. I don't know. He certainly picked some giant corporation that he was originally against.
Yeah, and he also changed his viewpoints on a lot of things as he got older anyway, like from the original trilogy to the prequels going around there.
Yeah.
And how he kept on touching up his original masterpieces when he was against the colorization of films and all that.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize he was against the colorization of films. That's interesting.
He was one of the main mavericks against the colorization of films. So that's why when he kept on re-releasing his stuff, people were kind of like, what the hell are you doing? You were against this type of thing. Oh, you were against this. That's why so many people were angry when he kept on re-releasing every goddamn Star Wars thing all the time. And, I'm actually okay with him doing that, but he should still have the option for people to get the original copy, so that you can't just be forced to just get whatever new upgrade he does to it, so you can keep
he got rid of Puppet Yoda in episode 1. Like, it's something I just noticed watching episode 1 on the Blu-ray cut. I'm like, wow, he even edited like his new shit. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, and I while I like the CGI, the way they shaped Yoda's face better, I do miss the puppet. Like, it's more consistent,
It does fit with the Phantom Menace's tone, I suppose. And then the Clone Wars, the CGI one, kind of fits there. So, kind of agree in a way. But then again, there is a drastic look difference. So, I don't know. But I feel like it's stressing over the littlest of things. Oh, hey, Sith.
Yo, what's up?
Good timing, good timing. Proper Jeremy is improperly late today. This is we're filling time. I had a bunch of questions for him, and now we're literally just scavenging for stuff to talk about right now.
Oh wow, okay, that wasn't very proper, Jeremy.
Proper Jeremy needs to learn a lesson.
How woo?
So, what are you guys talking about?
Talking about George Lucas and Star Wars a little bit. Just
talking
about that little stuff, how he was, against the colorization of films and keeps on re-releasing his stuff. And wouldn't it have been cool if they sold the Lucasfilm to Fox and had that competition and whatnot?
Yeah,
right now, Fox wouldn't have sold all his assets to Disney.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't even know what the point is of monopoly laws, because clearly there's a big loophole, and if I don't know, if Disney can just buy every studio, then I don't know, it sounds like a monopoly to me. I mean, what's left? Universal, and what else?
Sony.
Ugh, Sony's not even. Sony sucks.
hey, they got Jumanji, and they got Spider-Man.
True.
They just got the Spider-Verse.
Make a lot of money.
They have Ghostbusters.
Oh, gross.
Oh, God.
That's used as a negative now.
You might as well have nothing.
Pretty much. Star Wars for Life says, did anybody see Creed 2? I heard it was good from Salty Nerd.
I saw it. It was really good.
I'm not a boxing movie guy, and I hate Michael B. Jordan, so...
Oh, shoot.
You're racist.
I've never, even though I'm a Philly fan, I've never watched Rocky. I have Rocky 1 through 4 box set to watch in like this giant pile of shit I need to watch. But like, I just, after you've seen The Wrestler, $1 Million Baby, and the gist of Rocky, it's like, I've already seen, better adaptations of like this kind of genre.
Yeah. Hey, I might be able to get Prodigal Life or
Prodigal Legion.
Prodigal Legion.
Prodigal
Yeah.
Legion.
Sorry, I keep on getting the name for some reason. It's not a common to my tongue, so I'm like Prodigal Legion. Okay.
It's not a momily.
it's not in law. Yeah.
Not Mama. How did you say? See,
I think I said alimony or something.
We don't want that.
Yeah, so we might get him on as
Yeah.
a surprise special guest.
All right, cool. I wonder what's going on with Jeremy.
Twitter.
He's probably sleeping.
Oh,
I messaged him last night and he was good. He was like, dude, I got to go to bed so I can get up for the stream. I'm excited. But I'm like, okay. And it was around midnight, I suppose. And like, I'm kind of tired too, but you know.
Hey, you want to hear some interesting box office projections I just read from What Culture?
Sure.
All right, so I'm going to give you 4 Disney projected gross box office grossings. So I'll start with Toy Story 4, one I'm super excited about, even though I don't really like. I'll admit I don't see the point. Like I thought 3 wrapped up the series very well, but I love the voice of Hanks and Alan together in that series. I love Buzz. It's one of my first kid movies I can remember as a kid. I think it's better than Lion King. So I'll be happy to see. I'll probably see it multiple times if it's not any SJW subtext. 1.05 billion projection.
Overall? Like worldwide, I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I can
All right, so here's a crazy one, okay? I'm going to leave the last 2 because that's like stuff we talk about a lot. All right, so the next one I'm going to talk about, Lion King, quote-unquote live-action remake. Are you ready for this?
Oh, God.
You ready for this? I love Lion King, but I'm just like, wow, what the fuck? $1.9 billion projection.
Oh, no.
The thing is how much they're going to make, or that's how much they're spending?
That's the projection of the box office. Now think of this. I was just reading. The original Lion King made like 900 million in '94. So if you inflate that by today's standards, that like made like $1.7 billion by our standards. So it's not really a far stretch, especially with all the phony, fanboys with whatever's hot and popular at the moment. They're like, "Ooh, Lion King, oh Africa, representation, whatever bullshit." Because Donald Glover's going to be Simba.
Wait, what? It's just a voice, though.
Yeah, but still, he's black, so we got to pay money to represent. Even though they didn't pay for Moonlight, which is
you got to get the black guy to play an animal because black people are animals.
I know. I wish they would have got
black
people to play Planet of the Apes, so then you'd have the conundrum of like black people are monkeys.
Oh God,
no.
You went there, not me.
No, it just would have been funny, as a black guy.
Yeah.
All right, so the last 2. All right, Captain Marvel, March release on International Women's Day. That's not on purpose.
What?
It's on March 1st, right?
I don't know. It's International Women's Day. I remember hearing that though. Projected at only 850 million. They're comparing it to Wonder Woman, saying like, all right, given these criteria and like competition of a female lead, we think it'll make 850. I think it's going to be less than that, and I hope it is. I hope it's like less than 500 million, but we'll see.
Oh boy!
All right, and last but not least, December, Star Wars 9, projected at 1.6 billion.
No,
I could see that actually, because last year I did what 1.3.
Yeah, and this is the end of the saga, so, and they're trying to pull from fucking the prequels and have Annie and Padme and shit.
What?
Yeah, this is stuff we've been talking about.
Oh, you didn't hear about that? Oh, well, yeah, they're trying to have Padme and Ahsoka and stuff.
Yeah. What did Mike Zero say that?
No. This is from an article I just looked up. Projected box office for 2019. Had like some of the biggest anticipated movies, mostly Disney. And
no, I meant that Ahsoka and Padme are going to show up in 9.
Oh, I don't know about Ahsoka. I said Annie, like Anakin, but I have no idea. This is just
because I remember
rumors.
seeing something. I saw something on Twitter about Padme. I was like, oh, it's probably a Mike Zero video.
But yeah, Star Wars for Life, just to answer you, I did really like the trailer for Lion King, but it's pointless in my opinion. Like, it looks really good. The CGI actually looks like high quality as opposed to Jungle Book. But I don't see the point, especially if it's shot for shot and you recast James Earl Jones as Mufasa. It shows that you have no balls. as a producing company for this, where it's like, oh, he was such a good, like we're remaking it, but let's recast the same guy for Mufasa. And it's like, what's the point?
I mean, I can see it because Jungle Book did well. So
yeah, well, I kind of like also how it's just it's a good point of technology, so it's pretty good in that direction.
Yeah, but Jungle Book added more to like the story. So like, from the way they're showing this trailer, it's like, what is new?
maybe they'll have something in store. Who knows?
Maybe. Yeah, you guys talk about something for a second. I'm kind of going back and forth on Twitter here, trying to.
Yeah, I'll let Sith leave because I gotta grab my.
You trying to get Prodigal in? He just texted me and he's like super excited.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him in here.
He's been wanting to get on a stream, so.
Yep. The Stormmaker dude said, "Narrows eyes, hero."
Okay.
So goddamn, Angus, why have you started?
That reminds me of something. So we're at Thanksgiving dinner, and my daughter brought a Chinese girl, a foreign exchange student, and we're just sitting there chilling, eating. And for some reason, my youngest daughter, she says "hero," and laughs, and my dad returns the favor, "hero." My oldest daughter, who brought the foreign exchange student, I swear she looked straight through them, like ice cold stare, like. But I don't think the girl.
That's so awkward.
We meet again.
Exactly.
Dude, I got a story of my dad. We went into a hibachi place, and for whatever reason, my dad thought it was funny to like act like he could speak Chinese to the Japanese chef guy. Yes. My dad's just looking at the dude going like, I'm like, Dad, shut up, Dad. You're not funny. And the guy just looking at my dad. I'm like, Dad, you can barely speak English. What are you doing?
English. Hey, we got the prodigal, the product. God damn it. Flip, you say it.
Prodigal Legion.
Yes. How's it going, man?
My man.
How's it going, man? Is your audio working? You said you're on your phone. Yeah.
Hero. I heard that.
Hero.
What's up, dude?
Hero.
Yep, we hear you. How's it going, man?
Okay. Things are going fine. They're great. Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for having me on the stream, finally.
Yep, no problem, man. It's been difficult to find like an actual time because like between work, school, videos, and scheduled live streams. But since Proper Jeremy is very late, I figure why not? Yeah.
It gets ridiculously crazy, doesn't it?
Yes.
I think
so since you're a special guest, basically surprise special guest, why don't you tell us a little bit about your channel, man?
Well, I've talked to Flipped Out about my channel a little bit, and I'm going to be making a video quite soon on it. So basically, my channel, I started off as a Star Wars content, kind of thing. I wanted to be something like a Star Wars Theory or Stupendous Wave kind of guy. But then Pokemon happened, and I love that game to death. So, like, if you check my channel, I've filled the whole thing with matches and games and stuff.
Nice.
And I decided to revert back to Star Wars because, I kind of grown out of the whole Pokemon thing.
Yeah, Pokemon thing is kind of a phase for a while. It's especially the Pokemon Go is kind of fun, but it's like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, you can only walk for so much,
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's like you can only catch so many stupid Pidgeys and Caterpies and crap, and then go, okay, lame. And then
yeah.
I know that I was reading something, and this is like out of nowhere and probably a little bit dark, but apparently child predators are using that shit to lure children.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, oh, I have a Pokemon.
They're like, I have a lure, so there's going to be a lot of Pokemon around here, and why don't you come by to this Pokestop? And yeah.
Oh, there's a Charizard in my my van.
Forget the rape part. Narrow's eyes.
And hey,
I guess that's why they call it a lure.
Hey, Prodigal, you also want to mention that you build lightsabers, bro?
Oh yeah, sure. Now that we've got, I basically did this on a dare. I really liked lightsabers, and I was in this community where they built lightsabers from scratch, They converted a lot of the older master replica ones, the ones that they sold from the production lines. And I've been in that community for at least 2 to 3 years, and I've been studying on how to build a lightsaber. And then I made the videos on how to build one myself. And since that worked, I decided to take this on. So my best friend told me to fix one for him. I made him a Darth Vader one, which is awesome. And I'm actually envious. I shouldn't have given it to him. And basically, yeah, so I've made up to 3 lightsabers right now, and I'm hoping to make 4 and up in the future.
That's awesome,
Nice.
dude.
They all have battle clash sounds and all that, right?
Yeah, well, it depends. You see, there are all of the sounds and effects and lighting, clashing and all that stuff. It all comes from, the soundboards that they come in. They're like these little chips, and you have to solder like wire onto them, and you need to do the wiring properly. You can choose a variety of boards, like cheap ones that start from, let's say, $65 all the way to like $139. But the effects on those are crazy. They have like lock-in effects, blaster bolt deflection, and this whole community has been evolving since 2012, and today it's off the chain.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like building lightsabers would make for cool videos for your channel.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the side project. We have a new contender.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Is this the proper Jeremy?
Shit. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I am so sorry about that. My sincerest apologies.
That's all right, man.
Yeah,
I did not
okay.
hit her.
Well, now you have my actual face instead of proper Jeremy for some reason, and also for whatever reason, only one alarm went off at 5:30 in the morning. I said seriously, I said probably 4 or 5 alarms for this, and only one went off. I am, again, my bad for this. Okay. How is everyone?
Doing good,
Better
man.
now.
We found a way to have filler, so.
Oh my
Well,
God! I'm a jackass for this.
Hey,
Well,
no, hey, it's okay. I once forgot to show up for a lobotomy.
Ooh.
I'm okay now.
Damn. Well, I'm glad things worked out for you.
Yep, we got the Prodigal Legion on here as a surprise special guest for.
Hello, Flip.
Hello.
Can I see if I can change my avatar real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. You should still have the link, so whatever account you're signed into is what it connects you to, I think.
All right. Well, all right. I'll leave Tommy and I at
Okay.
We will be right back.
Okay, a proper Jeremy will be joining us shortly.
Oh, bye, Mark.
Yep.
Oh, bye, Mark.
So I was going to ask you, Prodigal. So with your lightsabers, are the lightsabers like at the actual glass part, or are they made of like the saber part? Are they strong material or delicate?
Well, they are made from polycarbonate blades, which is a very durable plastic, and they do come in grades. You have the heavy grade ones where you want to smash your sabers into each other. They're the ones that are used just for decoration, like the one that I have on my Twitter page, the latest one, which is Luke's lightsaber.
Proper Jeremy is here.
Hey, man. We're gonna get to proper Jeremy in just a moment, but
all right, cool.
We're having Prodigal talk to us about his lightsaber stuff, so and then we'll get right back to you. Right. So continue, man.
Yeah, where was I? Yeah, it's made out of a polycarbonate blade, and it has reflective tape inside so that the light can, shine through the entire blade. So that it's properly shining inside, because I've seen a lot of other blades that the lighting effect is very poor. And no matter how strong the electronics inside are, the LEDs, the brightness, if the blade isn't, even, then hold on, sorry. So if the illumination isn't even, then that's off-putting for most of the buyers out there.
I gotcha. And do you sell your lightsabers for the most part? Like, is it part of your YouTube channel, and then you also try to sell them afterward, or do you have your own collection of these?
Well, for starters, I have a collection right now. Selling, I haven't gone as far as to sell a lightsaber right now. Flip is going to be my first out of my circle of friends that's going to be getting a lightsaber from me. We've been discussing and chatting and stuff. And
that's right, yeah. Hey, can anyone guess what color I want?
I would say blue, but I don't know.
Pink.
Orange man, dad.
You're projecting, Sith.
You're right.
What is it? The candy stripper, like the like fruity peppermint stick. That's what I guess you get.
No, but that would
Rainbow.
Rainbow. There you go. That's it. It's the rainbow one. Yeah.
Hell yeah. One for each gender or what?
I was really...
This is my territory now.
That's perfect for proper Jeremy.
I was thinking yellow or gold, really.
Oh,
it's
no,
all included in the rainbow of love.
Yes.
All-inclusive death sticks.
Gotta get me some of those, man.
Why didn't they call lightsabers death sticks? That makes more sense.
They didn't call. Yeah, they should.
That's true.
That would have been good. Or is that a different weapon in the Star Wars universe? Actually, come on, I'm kind of curious now. But dude, that's pretty awesome. I think once your channel gets going, so how long have you been doing YouTube though?
Well, I founded my channel in January of 2011, and it just pretty much sat there, and I started doing videos in 2013, the whole other content. And now I started to, change and go towards the Star Wars direction, which was the original intent of my channel.
Well, that's good. Do you plan on adding more content to it other than lightsaber stuff? Do you have any future goals for the channel?
Well, mainly, I actually do. The video that I'm actually picking up right now is the whole... I'm trying to disprove The Last Jedi. I'm going to kick the dead horse as well. I'm going to join in on that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Beat off that dead horse. What?
But the thing is that I intend to go in a completely different direction. I think I've said this to you guys before separately on DMs, but now I'm going to explain it a little better. The whole thing about The Last Jedi is that it's not good as a film, and not by the whole budget or actors or production standards, but by literature standards itself. So, like, if the fathers of literature saw The Last Jedi, they'd be drinking.
Nice. I think that'd be kind of funny to see you do a Last Jedi video drinking and building something. It's like, yeah, The Last Jedi. I mean, this shit, like you're building something. You're like, I'm going to take it down. And you're like building a lightsaber. And it's like, holy shit, what's he going to do?
Well, the challenge right now is to not try and use a strong language. And,
yeah, I feel like that.
I'm actually trying to write a proper script, to make myself come across as, serious and stuff. I do have a few tasty words here and there, but that's that's my first introduction to the channel. And of course, I'm thinking of making a rant, like you have to have one of those.
Yeah, usually that gets the most views, and then people can see your real stuff after the rant.
Yeah, but the rants are the funniest ones, and actually that's where you make the most points. I mean, when you rant.
True. That is not wrong. I think that's how everybody got started with Star Wars stuff for the most part. This shit pissed me off. Fuck that. I'm not good at that.
Yeah, but if you guys think about it, it's how the prequel haters started, huh? A long time ago. That's how they started. They started smashing and bashing and kicking against prequels and saying, the prequels suck, this, that, giving Hayden Christensen shit for his performance.
The difference is they didn't gain anything. It wasn't YouTube.
Well, they did gain some publicity at first, but now they're just, it's empty now because people are understanding. They're waking up. Like Jeremy said in his video yesterday, that people are acknowledging the prequels finally.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Are we gonna start singing? No, that's for later.
Hey, Proper Jeremy.
Hey, hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna rap battle Proper Anna or what?
I don't know why a rap battle is going to be the decision. It's going to be the final stake for our battle. I have no idea where that started.
Because I tweeted that to you, and I will totally host it on my channel if you want to rap battle her.
Oh my god, I can't rap to save my life. I can't even speak. I can't even set an alarm, for Christ's sake. This is very improper. It's very improper of me.
Yes.
You got to include Rookie in that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I will gladly set something up for sure. If I think Proper Anna was tweeting at me on Twitter a little bit ago.
Yeah, she probably was. I told her to wake you up.
I'm sorry about this. Oh God, I'm a jackass. But hey,
it's all good. It's all good.
Hey.
I wanted to talk before going on to clarify what you're okay with talking about, I guess, because I don't know if the anonymity
anything and everything goes. By the way, how do I sound?
Yeah, sounds good. We can hear you loud and clear.
All right.
You sound very proper.
You got a new microphone.
Hey guys, I want to interrupt for just a second. I've got to roll. I'm at work, so I'm about to get busted. So
okay.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, see you later, man.
All right, see you, Flip.
Catch you later, Flip.
Catch you on the flip side.
Yep.
Yeah. Bye.
See ya.
That was a very bad pun. That was like a dad joke.
That's all right. All right. Well, I'm glad that you're here. I had most of my questions ready for you, and then I was like, "Oh no!"
I'm so sorry about that. Yeah,
that's all right. I figured I was like, it's 7 a.m. I mean, I'm usually sleeping till 9 a.m., so I totally get it. So I'm like, that's all right.
Oh no, my usual time to wake up is 8, but that's okay. That's okay. I probably should have prefaced that, but you already have a set schedule, so I tried to adhere to that, and I was not proper about that. But moving on, let's go.
All right.
Well,
so
you're here. That's what counts, right?
Yep.
Better late than never.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's what everybody wants to see. Proper Jeremy. So
yeah, fashionably late.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us about the birth of Proper Jeremy?
Oh God! Well, there probably was a Mr. and Mrs. Proper Jeremy, like a mom and dad before. If we're gonna get to the biology of that. By the way, hello everybody. I recognize Sith, Black Angus, who's, and then Rookie, of course, and then the Prodigy.
The Prodigal Legion.
The what was that?
The Prodigal. God damn it.
The Prodigal Legion.
I can't. The G's. I don't know.
The Prodigal Legion.
The Prodigal Legion.
Oh well,
Yep.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Well, I've been a fan. I just meant to say that you're really fun on Twitter, and just
thank you. I appreciate that. But anyways, okay. So this is all because of Mike Zero. Believe it or not.
Oh really?
Of course
yes,
it is.
yes.
Of course it is.
Yeah, and well, here's the thing. Mike Zero has a lot of clickbaity titles, and
you don't say.
Yeah. And I had it up just a little bit ago. Mike, I rarely get to tell this story, so bear with me for a moment. All right, let's see. He had a live stream that was like Last Jedi for clickbait, in title, and then he said somebody made a comment about Mike Zero making a lot of clickbait videos, and he said Mike Zero doesn't give a fuck, it's whatever. I'm sorry for swearing.
No, you're good.
Okay, I can swear, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, and then he had said that, and then I commented saying, "You missed an opportunity for an awesome pun. You should have said Mike gives 0 fucks, because that's funny." And then he hearted it, and then he mentioned it in a live stream without me even like saying anything. And this was under Voorhees67. That's another account that I have. That's my OG account.
You're Voorhees?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Dude,
is
my
that
head's
a
exploding
is that a revelation? Oh no.
Yes.
No,
Sorry.
To me,
I don't know.
that made perfect sense.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't make sense
Are
at
you
all.
Midnight Cherry
When-
TV? Are you Midnight Cherry TV also?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know
Well,
who that is.
I remember World Class Bullshitters. You would sometimes super
Cecil
chat.
67. Oh my God! If you were a part of that live stream, okay. Oh, we can talk about that later. Oh my God. But anyways, but on a later live stream, he messed up saying Mike gives 0 fucks. It's 4 words, but he said on a live stream, I super chatted it once just as a throwback, and he said Mike 0 gives fucks. I'm like, this not only is the exact opposite of what the message was, but it was 4 words and you managed to fuck it up. He fucks up reading super chats. He fucks up reading regular chats. He fucks up reading so many things. And and the fact that he fucked that up is just boom, blows my mind.
Star Wars for Life does not approve of your language, Proper Jeremy.
Well, you know what? That's okay. She
Says
has
that's not proper of him.
Well, you know what? I was also late. That is improper. So
yeah, but we're seeing the dark side of Proper Jeremy right now. Anyway.
Well, you know what? You get a real me instead of the proper Jeremy.
Yeah.
So also, I'm not even actually on the video, so I'm going to get immediately on there.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh God, I can't even. No. I can't listen to my voice right now.
No, that's all good. Stony McInternet douche is like, Stony demands more profanity.
More profanity?
He always likes that stuff.
I can think of the Blink 182 song. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it though. You know what that is?
I have no idea.
Who's blinking?
Blink 182. Oh my God! Fuck off. I like you guys already.
It's funny you're talking about the biology of a proper Jeremy. I was thinking when a mommy Jeremy and a daddy Jeremy meet.
Proper Jeremy never got the talk.
No, not yet.
Isn't there a baby Jeremy? I saw a baby Jeremy.
There's going to be a baby Force Ghost Jeremy.
Oh shit!
That makes
It's
sense.
getting real.
Oh yeah. Because Force Ghost Jeremy and Mrs. Force Ghost Jeremy are having a baby.
Is there going to be a midichlorian Jeremy?
I don't know. I'm only in charge of one. I'm only responsible for one account, and that's Proper Jeremy.
Yes, but you started the clone army. You basically started the trend of, oh, you could do that, and then there's 150 now or something. Like,
well,
you were Django Fett.
well, I think it was the YouTube account and super chatting. Proper Jeremy does not appreciate your profanity. Just one time, and then all of a sudden, it just kind of blew up. But yeah. This is if you have something that's a little bit more specific that I could probably answer without going on forever, that would be awesome. What?
No, go ahead.
I'm just saying I could probably better answer your questions. In that regard.
Yeah, so Proper Jeremy. So obviously that was when Jeremy was like, well, that was on a High Council episode, I think, where he's like, you know what, guys, I can speak properly. The Proper Jeremy can read the accounts, and then he starts talking in his Proper Jeremy voice, and then that's when the madness began.
Oh yeah, he was actually on. He was on with Ivan Ortega, and he just was doing a bunch of voices, and he's like, you know what, because Voorhees 67 was clearly, very mad one time, or many times. He was just like, yeah, I can read it properly. And I just thought, I just had the epiphany of just like, you know what, I'm bored. I'm like 23 years old. You know, I have nothing better to do at this moment. So I'm just going to make a Proper Jeremy account on Twitter and then also make it on YouTube, because there's literally like no, because there were parody accounts before. There was Jeremy's hat, Jeremy's YouTube notifications, Jeremy's copy. Hair. No, I don't think so. That was Jesse Milestone's hair.
Cotton candy hair Jeremy is what you're probably thinking of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the one with like Neil Patrick Harris or something.
He comes on here sometimes.
Like. I liked cotton candy hair Jeremy. That's a surprise.
Hallmark Channel Jeremy and Mirror Jeremy stop by here all the time.
Oh, they're awesome. I like them too.
We always joke like that you guys should start a council of Jeremys.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Like a live stream podcast like this, but with just Jeremy's allowed. If anything,
pay to see that.
And if anything, have battles against the proper Annas of arguments or debates. Proper Annas. Have them try to do the persona of that Star Wars girl, and have you guys try to do your Jeremys. I don't know how you could do a cotton candy hair Jeremy without how you behave. You know, I'm crazy. Look at my hair. I'm crazy. Mirror Jeremy just copies whatever.
It comes out of nowhere.
Mirror Jeremy just copies whatever somebody says. Hallmark Channel Jeremy sounds like a 40-year-old mom or something.
Jeremy Osteen is Jeremy Osteen, of course.
It's funny, like if you watched my other videos on my channel, I used to do a bunch of skits where I'd have different Jeff characters, like Jeffy Fro, the Jeffster and stuff, and nowadays I have different voices I can kind of do, like my sarcastic voice I like doing, like The Last Jedi is one of the best films on this motherfucking planet. If you don't think
Jeremy agrees.
Oh my god, this is the best thing. Kylo and Ren are the best things ever. Kylo and Ren, whatever. Same thing.
Your opinions are wrong, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a more stuck-up Proper Jeremy.
Rookie, you should read you should do a segment where you read Ryan Johnson tweets in that voice.
Okay.
Yeah, that would actually be amazing.
That'd be pretty good. I could do that.
You could play the world's smallest violin in the background.
My film is the best ever conceived. No one has it on me.
Now that sounds too proper for right. Geekier and dorkier, you know. Like I've actually seen one of his interviews, and it sounds so. You know, his voice is so for a guy. It's very I don't know how to say it. Very high pitched, you know. And have you heard
or no, talking a little bit like this, or what?
Yeah.
Like talking like
I'm a manly man. Shut up.
He lost like this.
My balls dropped years ago. What are you talking about?
I don't definitely still breastfeed, and that's why it's in my movie.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
You ever actually seen a man breastfeed? Oh my god, it's so weird.
Yeah, we did.
What are you watching?
We watched The Last Jedi. We all saw that.
Yeah, we all, everybody, even kids, they all know what it is now. Mommy, where'd that milk come from? The nipples.
Mommy,
duh. Can I get it out of
does
here?
Your nipple look like that?
when I'm 65, maybe, but not yet.
Oh my god, I love this already.
Yep, dude, this is great.
Yeah. Angus! I had to get that out.
Oh yeah, a whole lot of Rosie.
Yes. No, that should be an everyday kind of thing. You know, that should be every song. You know, everyone is shouting Angus like all the time during their shows. We could have our own stream talking about AC/DC. To be honest.
Yeah, I've been trying to find footage that's clear enough and not copyright.
This could be hard.
In an intro where it's like Black Angus and you're like Angus, and it's like it's so fucking hard because I find good footage, but the sound sucks, and then I find
that'd be a great
channel is like fucking copyright, and it's like like it's weird. Okay, so my SJW repellent video, I use 20 seconds of what do you do for money, honey? No copyright. I add that same intro into my SJW video about Victoria's Secret, copyright, and it's like. So I had to use the cover bands fucking covering that song and like tweak it, so like I didn't, lose 5 seconds of footage I spliced together, and it was a real pain.
Yeah, copyright is a pain in the ass.
Definitely. Speaking of copyright, I was going to ask you, so are you planning on making content on your channel? You posted that one video yesterday, which was pretty well edited for a rookie. So.
For a rookie,
yes.
I decided to just drop that at the last minute. I could probably construct a video as to why poor Caitlin Alba now has to keep track of all of these Jeremys. Why is that? And it's all because of Mike Zero. And but I didn't even explain the story right, so I have to probably go back and rewrite a couple of things, or just this is like fresh me waking up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, good. Somebody should make a shrine to Mike Zero and like have a bunch of Jeremy clones bound to it or something, followed by the proper Annas or something, and whatever proper things are just alternate accounts.
No. Here's what you do.
T-shirt.
You all join, and then change y'all's names on YouTube to like fucking Mike Zero parody accounts.
Oh,
just fucking swarm his comment section.
Well, he doesn't read it. That's a problem.
Also, be sure to thumbs down his, like, he always pins that same fucking comment. It's like, let's hit the like side and get 500 likes. I'm always like, thumbs down. I hope he sees it as notifications. Just like sours his day for his fucking fake news.
That's mean.
For the parody account. For the parody account, I call it Mike Zero Sources.
Ouch.
He seriously does wake up, I swear. He's just like, you know what? And then Rey's going to stub her toe, and then she's going to turn Super Saiyan, and then, she's going to turn into a giant.
She's going to have 8 babies. Subscribe for future Star Wars content.
He's not even denying it. It's from the future.
Yes. It's potential.
Let's see if the image comes out clear. Okay. I have this. Mic drop.
Hey.
Mic drop.
Yes.
Yep. Mike Zero mic drop.
Nice.
That's just how you should end his videos. Like
that's how I will end every single video.
Proper Jeremy out.
Oh yeah, I literally waited until Thanksgiving to fly back home just to get this microphone. Like not to spend time with family. No, that's overrated. No, but seriously though, yeah, that's probably a good gimmick. But yeah.
Well, I was gonna say too. So are you gonna try to post stuff from your board?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeremy?
Well, the thing is, I was thinking about, because I already have 20 some subscribers. Probably lost some because I was late. And then, but I didn't even post a video at all. But it was kind of like, I was kind of surprised because it's like, having friends on Facebook or something. And that's kind of what YouTube should be about. But anyways, that being said, yeah, totally. But I was thinking about repurposing it too, because, I can't with doing a parody account, you can only do so much. And with Proper Jeremy, it is kind of limiting, and it limits the amount of fun that you can have with it too. Which
I disagree. I disagree, because as proper Jeremy, you could, like, whenever a Star Wars article comes out, like, instead of doing the Ethan and Jeremy response that they usually do, you can just go, "This is the best news I've ever read."
Praise
Ryan
Allen Orange
is the best mother. Like, you just be the complete opposite of like Ethan and Jeremy and everybody, and just be complete.
That's exactly what. Yeah.
Wait, but
sarcasm would be gold.
Want him to be Jason Ward?
No, I don't want to be Jason Ward. I wanted to be more like Chuck Wendig, but he blocked me.
Oh God!
Why?
He blocks everybody.
You're on his side.
Yeah, I didn't even say anything to him. I didn't even warrant a reason. I guess he just did this thing where he blocked all the followers of Geeks and Gamers, and he
probably watched an episode and knows that you're part of the Geeks and Gamers. Like, oh, fuck that guy, damn it. he's part of the Jeremy. He's part of the Jeremy thing. I watch them all the time. And
self-loathing. Yeah, he probably has more free time now than ever. He has totally the amount of time to do it.
Speaking of Chuck Wendig, my buddy Kitty Glitter, who makes satirical like parody stories, he did one on Cuck Wendig
Right.
called Soy Wars, Silence of the Lambs. I've been trying to get Uncle Ethan to cover this. This is gonna be kind of like a fringe Comicsgate kind of story, and really get Kitty more Comicsgate money. Because Cuck Wendig keeps like essentially harassing Kitty Glitter by reporting him for harassment on these different sites that he's selling his book on, saying like, "Oh, it's about kidnapping my wife," and it's like, "What? No, the boyfriend of your wife gets kidnapped. You dumb fuck," you know.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is this like a true story then? You know, it's ridiculous. And so fucking Mundane Matt covered it. You know, I never even knew about that douchebag.
And then they said, well, if that will make my wife happy, then so be it. And I said, if that would make my wife happy, she can file a divorce.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Did you see that tweet where he's like, oh, cuckery is like a real
yes.
thing to do. Like,
wait, what?
No, I saw that. Oh my god, no! I can't bring.
Chuck
I can't
posted
even.
that?
Yes. Yeah, he was saying cuckery is like a really courageous thing. Because like a lot of liberal websites try to say that being against cuckoldry is like part of your colonial mind of being like racist and stuff. It's like, what?
Well, then
I don't want my wife to get fucked, so I'm racist.
Like, they can this. I'm literally shaking right now.
Yeah, of course, of fucking course, he has that opinion. Wow.
I can't. Yeah, I can't even fathom that. It's unbelievable. Yeah. And also, can it go both ways around, or is it just the wife that's allowed to fuck everyone?
Oh, well, dude, it's feminism. Like, you know, you have no right to
That's all you had to say.
If the guy does it, he's an asshole.
Yeah, but if a woman does it, she has needs. Come on, guys. You know, she's been neglected.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Oh my god. No, that's even not even Proper Jeremy would like that whatsoever. Like Proper Jeremy would probably have a partner, would have a boyfriend at some point because he is. Let's see what it is. To the description for Proper Jeremy that I've written. President of the Council of Jeremys, gender fluid, pansexual, queer person, feminist, Jill Stein supporter, furry, lover of tennis, badminton, and soy lattes.
Did you add person of color to this?
No.
You need to add that.
Well, he is clearly white because he is Proper Jeremy.
Yeah, and I've already accidentally face revealed too with Tommy Wiseau.
it was a quick glance, so maybe nobody really noticed.
Oh,
we all noticed.
But these do usually.
I know I did.
Well, I kept hearing like, oh hi Mark, you know.
Oh, that was me. Sorry.
That's it.
You know, I know. No, that's okay.
Couldn't help myself.
Oh no, I would have made the same joke too.
Yeah.
Let's take a second to we can acknowledge the chat if we want. Star Wars for Life. Hello, I am sorry about everything.
Yes.
Her man's here. Oh, I don't know if I'm her man. I don't possess anyone.
Are you guys in a good relationship, or is it some violence?
Fun. Dude, we're all having fun. This
are
is
you
all
okay?
about having fun.
She wants to beat you, is what I hear half the time. She's angry all the time.
I thought that was angry Anna. That was always angry all the time. Or Darth Animus. Darth Animus is my rival, more or less. Yeah, she turned to the dark side. She killed. I'm not even kidding. Oh my god, there's so many weird things that happened because I decided to just fuck around on Twitter. Oh god, oh my god, there was one time where the same day that Chuck Wendig went on his Twitter spree of whatever. Oh, you have guests. I see. That's okay. Yeah, but anyways, there was a time where I was arguing with the Annas and it spiraled out of control, and then Juicy Juice Jeremy decided to go rogue and join the Annas for free cookies, and then he got captured and tortured and killed by the Annas. So now he's Force Ghost Juicy Juice Jeremy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the same day that Chuck Wendig went on his spree, they got him fired. And then there was this one guy. I have to give a shout out to Chad. That's just his name. I don't know his Twitter handle. But Chad had this Michael Jackson meme. Like first Chuck Wendig went on his rant, SJW rant, and now there's a war against the Jeremys and the Annas, and it's like a gif of Michael Jackson eating popcorn from Thriller. He's like, this has been a good internet day. I'm like, thank you. That made my day. That is a fantastic meme. Thank you, Chad, wherever you are.
Dude,
Chad is awesome.
This needs to be a movie, the Proper Jeremy story or something.
That should be a comic book.
That's started so much stuff. This is hilarious, just from beginning, and then the Annas and the other Jeremys and other things. Like, oh my god,
there's now up to 150 Annas, and poor Caitlin Alba, it has to keep track of all of them, and I'm sorry about that.
People must think
she's my favorite meme of all time.
People must think she's nuts. Like, just walks into a room. Hey, why is there a bunch of Jeremys? Nothing. You know what? You know, her brother.
Yeah, and her brother's name is Jeremy.
I know. So it's like,
oh god.
It makes it the best. We all love Caitlin Alba. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Poor Juicy Juice Jeremy.
I know. May rest in peace.
Be with him. May the force be with him.
You know, whenever I went to church, I can't be the only one. Whenever I went to church, it was just like I always, you know, whenever they said, "May the Lord be with you and also with you," I always heard, "May the force be with you and also with you." Every single time.
Awesome.
Yeah, but that's probably, you know, not something
No,
new.
I used to say that a lot where it's like people like if they're generally like, "May the force be with you," and I would say that shit too.
Yeah, or like "peace be with you" when you have to like shake everyone's hand, just like "May the force be with you." May the force be with you.
It's like, what the fuck did that nerd say to me?
Yeah, exactly. I was
Yoda looked down upon you.
Just like no.
Saw you digging in your pants. I did. You itched your crotch during church.
This is.
That's pretty good.
That's a good impression.
That's pretty good, man.
It's all about the laugh. You know, that's always forgotten. You know, Yoda apparently forgot how to laugh in the prequels. That's something that, you know, really was kind of weird.
No, he found weed on
Yoda forgot how. He forgot how to Yoda in The Last Jedi, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Well,
feel like
Yoda was consistent,
Oh,
I think, in The Last Jedi, but you know, aside from striking down the Force tree, but
yeah, his words were consistent. His words were consistent.
Mhm.
yeah, I thought that
If you got people that you're talking to, you can mute yourself if you want. If you're like talking to somebody.
No hablo español.
Yep.
yeah, with Yoda, I always thought that the whole jokey demeanor was just like a misdirect for Luke in Episode 5.
Right.
Because
I also think, yeah, okay.
Because once the guard came down, he turned very serious.
Yeah. He's like, "You
Yeah,
will be. You will."
That's why
be."
it didn't make sense to me in Episode 8 when all of a sudden he's back to the jokey character that Yoda was putting on in the beginning.
Yeah,
it only lasted like a second, but that's the least of my criticisms for The Last Jedi.
yeah, it's pretty bottom of the barrel, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, if he got anything right, you know, it would be the scene with Luke and R2-D2 and maybe the Yoda scenes, you know, in terms of the character consistencies. But yeah, like, no, yeah. But if you're gonna complain about the Yoda scenes, then
there's too much. There's too much to complain about.
Exactly. You know, somebody asked me the other day, you know, what can make Episode 9 good, and I hadn't thought of that for so long. You know, what do you guys think? What would make Episode 9 good?
No, we want to hear your point. We want to hear your thing on that because we've had this discussion a lot lately.
Oh yeah,
it's more that we don't really know for reals really what they could do because there's not much they can do. But I mean, it's how can they make it not the worst? Is basically the thing. I mean, honestly, you'd have to go pretty damn far to be worse than The Last Jedi. So let's at least be optimistic that it'll be better than that.
Oh yeah. Well, for starters, you could have you could at least attempt a flashback scene with Luke Han and Leia. Like pretty much the only thing that if you would ask, what's going on? Hey, can you mute?
Prodigal, if you have guests in your house or something, can you mute your microphone? If you have people in there.
No, you know it's fine. It's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll just turn them down for a sec. So.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
Anyways, oh yeah, it all depends on your perception of good. Like, what is good to you? What do you enjoy? For example, I like one of the main things that I wanted was you know, a scene with Luke Han and Leia. Very simple. But we never got that, and it worked with The Force Awakens. But you could have easily, you know, included one in, and now J.J. Abrams has to live with the fact that he had a missed opportunity to reunite the trio. So fuck him for that, because Carrie Fisher's gone. Harrison Ford is like, fuck no, I don't want to do this ever again. I hate Star Wars, that kind of thing. You know, and we're kind of left with this empty void that, you know, we will never be able to get that ever again. So if J.J. Abrams is able to have, you know, do whatever he can to get a sort of flashback scene of, you know, Harrison and Mark, you know, just talking about, you know, Kylo Ren and then going their separate ways, never to see each other ever again. That would be very touching. It could make people cry, make people emotional, make people feel Star Wars again. Because, you know, that's the thing. You need those male role models as well as the female role models, you know, and you don't even have to necessarily, and I might be repeating points when I say this, that you don't even necessarily have to be of the same gender or the same race in order to be inspirational to somebody else. Like you can, like, yeah, I know. How dare you be of a different color?
Yes.
Sorry, Black Angus. No, well, I know. Well, think of it this way. You know, Black Angus. You know, we both can be inspired by Angus Young in different ways. You know, you might be black, but that doesn't matter necessarily. It's not about, you know, it's exactly what Martin Luther King said, you know, like, don't judge people by the color of their skin, but the content of their character. And, you know, the reverse is being seen so often nowadays that it's, definitely. You know, I see, this is going to be very controversial, very improper of me, but I hear more SJWs talk about race and gender than the Ku Klux Klan. It's ridiculous.
You're right.
Dude, I just saw a tweet that I'll find it and see what article this is from, but apparently SJWs have like the worst interactions with people of color.
Dude,
really?
SJWs, they're the worst kind of racist, if you can think about it, because if you ask them why they for example, they say, I have a black friend, okay, and you ask them, okay, why are you friends? Because he's black. And when they ask,
and they can say, look at my black friend, aren't I nice, aren't I cool?
Yeah, and they don't realize how much more racist they are than someone that doesn't have one. So they're like, hey, you don't have one, so you're racist. So yeah. They are more racist.
They're the type to go into movies and count the skin color of characters on screen and then use that to determine whether or not it's a good film.
Yeah, they have the audacity to do that. It's ridiculous.
Did you see that one tweet of that chick that actually went and said that, you know, when the Captain Marvel trailer dropped and she counted how much? Yeah, she counted not Brie Larson. There was this random chick with a blue tick mark.
Oh.
And she said, you know, that Samuel Jackson as a male got more words in the trailer than the woman, and that's somehow offensive.
Well, what's offensive is that she's counting the amount of words that a black man said. You know what?
What's the exact amount?
That just shows. Yeah, exactly.
Like what's the exact amount?
That spells to me that she highs. She highs. Oh my god.
She has.
No. She has a priority of females, any female over a black man, white women over black men. That's what she's saying.
Yep. Maybe that's what she wants.
They all have it's oppression Olympics. They all have hierarchies of who's more oppressed, and this is why they eat each other. Like they're always
exactly.
If you don't progressive hard enough, then you're gonna be thrown to the dogs. So.
Did you guys see when Did you guys see when Rose McGowan got in an argument with the trans lady?
No.
They were yelling at each other about who's more oppressed.
Oh
Really?
no!
They were just like rattling off like all the times they were oppressed and shit. It was like
the answer is we have to put up with both guys.
Here's the article I was talking about. Okay, so it's from insights.som.yale.edu. So this is like a Yale University paper. The title says, white liberals present themselves as less competent in interactions with African Americans. And then the header says, a new study suggests that white Americans who hold liberal socio-political views use language that makes them appear less competent in an effort to get along with racial minorities. See, yeah, it's exactly, I said this when I was writing a paper about the movie Nightcrawler, because it's a great critique on like unvetted capitalism and how it makes you predatory against your fellow man. And I was trying to read reviews to get like some more like educated lingo about how to talk about this movie. And this fucking white liberal piece of shit in California is like, oh, it's about the domination of white men at the expense of, and it's like, fuck you, whitey. I don't care about your inside of oppression because you're not oppressed. It's phony. It's like when I found out that the guy who wrote Grapes of Wrath is from California, and it's like, oh, you're one to talk about how.
Oh my God! I'm sorry to interrupt, but the lone wolf cub. Oh my God! I was searching for a black best friend, but they were all taken.
Lone wolf is hilarious.
He's good. He's from Germany. Always got him.
Stoney said the term is Angus of color.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
I always thought growing up that.
Oh well.
I always thought that growing up the term colored was racist because that's what they used in the 60s, right?
Yeah, colored water fountains.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's like proper Jeremy. Have you ever thought about race and gender as much as in the last 5 years as like ever before? Like growing up, this was never a topic. It was just, oh yeah, it's their characters. I was never like, wow, Blade's the best black character I've ever seen. It was like, oh, he's fucking kick ass. And Will Smith is a funny dude. It's not one of the funniest black African Americans or something. It was like, no, he's a funny dude. No, but you need to judge his skin color. But you're bad for judging his skin color. Why are you talking about his skin color?
We're also exactly. I think we're both kind of around the same age. You're like all of what?
20, I'm 24.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm 50.
I'm 23. Oh, 50. Damn, you're getting up there.
I got a bad back.
I injured mine the other day, but it's okay. It's all good. It's just a scratch.
Just a scratch.
A flesh wound, merely.
Not enough to take down a proper Jeremy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh no. But anyways,
hey guys, sorry for interrupting real quick. I have to jump off the stream right now because I've got some things to do. It was lovely talking to you guys. Thanks for having me over, and hopefully we can do this again sometime.
All right, no problem. Yeah, I'll invite you on some more streams, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Very nice to make your acquaintance.
Yep. See you later, man. Alrighty. And
but anyways, I was saying, what was I saying?
My name's
Jeff.
My name's Jeff. Go ahead.
My name's Jeff. How many times have you brought that up, Steph?
I love that meme.
It makes me think of The Ringer.
I'm gonna like send that to Jeff every day. No, I'm kidding. No, I can't do that.
Bullshitters. That'd be fine.
Oh yeah, I've also had my fair share of trolling for world-class bullshitters, and I can say it on here. I was also responsible for the Harrison Ford little YouTube account. That was fun.
Oh,
hey,
really?
nerdettes!
Nerdette.
Hey. Hey. Whoa, do I have my camera on?
Yeah.
You do.
Whoa, it's spinning.
Now you're good.
Hold on.
We saw the floor.
Women representation.
Yeah, see, we're very inclusive.
What did you see? What
We're
did you
so
just see? Blue hair?
progressive.
What was that?
I said, what did you see? Did you just see blue hair?
No.
Just the floor.
Okay, well, it was a ceiling, but that works.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a fan. Yeah, we saw a
Yeah,
fan.
it's clearly a fan.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Okay. That makes sense. How
Oh
you
my
doing today,
goodness.
Nerdette?
I was wondering when the good. I was like, what is going on? I'm gonna have my video done by the time the guys get a hold of me.
Sorry, it was we had a late start. Proper Jeremy was sleeping in and came in like 40 minutes late. So then we got him.
Very improper of me.
And I invited a surprise special guest because while he wasn't here. So then we had the 2 other people on. So it went on a little longer than normal. We're gonna invite you in a little earlier. I apologize.
Oh, that's all right. I was just working on my next video.
Sweet. What's that one gonna be on, if you don't mind?
Oh, Batman 59.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I wanted to have you on, especially. I love getting your perspective on the comic stuff, especially. So there's been a couple of comic stuff going on in the last week or two, Comicsgate things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know which ones are more prevalent to start with, or if there's other ones I don't know about. But there's the Comicsgate girl.
Oh yeah. I think she changed her name to Ava.
Yeah, I think so.
What can you update us on Comic Book Hut? Because I saw you posted a video about it.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that. I didn't want to start with that one, but yeah, go ahead if that's.
Oh, sorry, Jeff.
No, that's cool.
Oh no, that guy. He's something else, man. So this whole thing happened, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago with him, making fun of a bunch of YouTubers, and that's when I made my original video, and I was just pissed at the time, and I told him to knock it off, grow up a little bit, quit. We literally helped this man get his start. Like, he would DM me asking about simple things like, different, like tagging or thumbnails or something like that. And we'd always help him, always retweet his stuff, do whatever we could to help. Well, and then he let it go after the first video I made. So then this whole thing with Richard Meyer came up with his strikes on his channel, and I was going to do a video on it. I was actually just kind of doing a little bit of research and making sure I had my story straight. I was watching, I think, Diversity in Comics video, and it came on next, and I just let it go. And he brings up the subject of Richard, and that's fine. And then immediately starts on us again, and I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like, oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm like, what the heck? I don't understand. What is your infatuation with making fun of us? Like, we don't do anything to you. We don't communicate with you. You literally have all of us blocked on Twitter. So he starts calling us losers and stuff again, and whatever. That's fine. I don't care. I'm a fucking loser. I don't care. And then he brings
a guy named Comic Book Hut is calling you a loser.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, apparently. I still think his name should be the Comic Book Butt. That'd at least get more views, I think. But yeah, go ahead.
No, it really should. It used to be Christopher's Comic Book Hut, but he changed it recently, I guess. But then he comes on and he starts, doing the whole loser thing again. I don't care. That doesn't bother me.
You're a bunch of losers. Yeah.
I know. It's like all these loser YouTubers streaming together. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then, okay, so about 6 months passed. I don't know if it was even that long ago, but I had an issue with somebody in the Comicsgate community kind of stalking me. And he brought that up. And that's what set me off. I'm like, I haven't even thought about this guy in so long. Like, he created other Twitter names to find me after I blocked him. And it was just this whole issue. And he brought it up again. And I'm like, that's fucking it. That is it. I am going off on this guy. And I did.
I swear it wasn't me.
I never thought it was you.
No, I just came in. I had to go to the bathroom. I didn't even seriously. I didn't even I was late and I didn't even bother to do that. So my bad. What were we talking about? Comic books.
The Comic Book Hut.
And
that guy.
No. Well, here's what I think we were talking about this the other day. like we're all into like specifically different things. For me, I've never even like touched a comic book in my entire life. I know it's sacrilege, but I know it's horrible, but I should. I've always kind of wanted to, but I just never really, felt the desire to do that until, getting involved in this community and seeing like what, how comic books have affected people and how, it's given them, a sense of joy and happiness. And I think of that when I think of, my love for AC/DC or my love for Jaws, or Back to the Future, and it's just amazing what kind of the amount of stories that could be told from that sort of medium. And it's a very underrated medium too.
It really is.
Yeah, and that's why I'm kind of ashamed that I never really got into that.
I was surprised that they still made comics, honestly. And then I was like, wow. And then there's all this. And then when I first found like Comic Artist Pro Secrets, I was like, oh, they still make comic books. And then and I was watching him and all this stuff.
I thought I was
like,
50.
And then I thought it was. And then I thought it was going to be like The Big Bang Theory or something, where it's like, oh, the main fights that you might have is like, oh, over Thor's hammer. But it's like, no, there's violence and there's like cursing and vulgarities and betrayal and lies. And I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy.
It's madness. This is madness.
Yes. And they're like, oh, you guys are Nazis. You guys are SJWs. And I was like, oh my God, what the? It's crazy. Crazy stuff.
That's funny.
But yeah, so yeah. And yeah, so continue.
I got pissed off, when he brought that up, and he's sitting there.
I'm sorry.
Not you.
No, he's like,
okay.
Let you on. You're pissing off again.
I'm sorry.
You're a hot mess. Anyways, I got mad when he brought that up, and then he kept going on, and it's not just me he's talking about. He did keep saying 49 out of 50 of these loser YouTubers are male. Like, he was very obviously making reference to me being one of the only, not only, because there is other female people on YouTube into comics, but it was very obvious that he was doing it towards me. But so, it wasn't just me, it was the whole community he was making fun of, and I just got sick of it, and I said my final piece with him, and he even on Twitter, he blocked all of us. He blocked Yellow Flash. He blocked Tug. Like, he blocked everybody just so he could, stir drama up, I guess.
Wow.
And you hurt my feelings, and you guys are losers, but you hurt my feelings.
Yeah. And then, in part of his video, he was like, kind of got this sincerity to his voice. And he's like, I had a hard time in school. I was a slow learner. I was this. And I was like, finally, Christopher, finally, you act like a fucking human being and not like a jackass all the time. Like, act like that and people will flock to your channel. You act like a jackass all the time, people are just gonna leave. And he used to have like almost 900 subscribers. Now he's under 8. So I mean, people are seeing it.
Yeah, I've noticed that too with him. He sounds like the Godfather's kid or something. Just like,
yeah,
you guys are a bunch of losers. I'm the best. I'm the king. Look at my paper. Look at how boring my videos are. I tried to watch a few of his videos.
What are you talking about?
It's hard, isn't it? Like, he films a comic book for 30 minutes and sits there and talks. Yeah, doesn't ever open it.
Oh my God, that guy! Oh,
yes, that guy!
He knows him.
Oh yeah, no, I gave him a compliment like once because
why?
This was like at like 100 subs or something, or something like that. So this is pretty early on. This is several months ago. I never heard of him since. But
I don't get how he's gotten more subs, dude.
Yeah, how? Yeah, it's not all that engaging, and he, if. And I think, you guys are talking about this. Sorry, you people were talking about this. No, that's not even. People.
It's fine.
That's not even. No, you know what? Fuck it. Who cares?
Exactly.
You can lift up the proper Jeremy persona, dude. You can just be Voorhees. You're good with the.
Yes. All right.
You can be yourself, dude. You're good.
All right. No. At any rate, but yeah, he just again, he just flips over. He doesn't even open a comic book at all. And he reviews them, and it's just kind of weird. But yeah, I thought he was okay at first, but it wasn't all that engaging. I thought he had potential, but I think you guys were talking about this a few weeks ago, and I was in the chat, and you were saying, what was it? No, I said that, you know, if he was just playing a character and he was being, you know, kind of sarcastic about it, it would be okay, you know, and that would be funny. Like Proper Jeremy. Proper Jeremy's not serious about anything that he says. He would be offended by.
I thought he was playing a character too.
Yeah. But then to be serious about it kind of ruins it. You know, it kind of ruins everything. You know, to be actually condescending is kind of insulting.
Yeah, and he'll be like, "This is the greatest, you know, most." I don't even know what he says because I don't watch it. But
fantabulous.
Yeah, and he's like, "Ever."
Yeah,
I'm like, "Oh."
This
dude's hilarious.
He's a phony. He's trying to like garner publicity and following by covering Comicsgate, but he like tries to distance himself from Comicsgate, and he's so disingenuous. It's like, dude, you got to pick a side. There's no middle ground in this argument either.
Well, and even in the beginning when he was like, you know, 0 to 500 subs, he'd be like, "I'm Comicsgate, I'm this," and then he'd hashtag it. He'd tag all the Comicsgate people on Twitter when he'd put out a new video, which was so annoying. But and he would be like, you know, everything he tried to get a following through was through Comicsgate. Well, then, you know, just recently he's like, "I'm not Comicsgate, I'm against it," and then he put out this video like saying all these good things about Renfamous, and I'm like, what? So I DM'd him. I'm like, "What is wrong with you? She's a horrible person." He's like, "Should I take it down?" And I'm like, "Yes. You should absolutely take it down. Don't say good things about this just garbage human being."
About the doxer.
We should drown our Down syndrome children.
She's freaking ridiculous. That's exactly like, yeah, she told a father to throw his son or daughter, I don't remember which, into a lake because it had issues. Like, are you kidding me? Who does that?
Her excuse is that she was a conservative at the time, right?
Right, because it's so easy to flip flop like that.
What's that shit? No one.
Nobody. I'm conservative too.
No, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, you know, she probably still thinks the same way about Trumpers.
Oh my
She's
god,
gonna drown
the politics are gonna be here all day. No, I feel like I'm like, you know, I'm a liberal, but I'm not like an in your face kind of liberal. I don't give a shit. Like, I grew up in a conservative household. You know, my head is outside of my ass. You know, I was raised with values. You know, I was raised to, you know, get your shit together. You know, we're not gonna, you know, what's the phrase? Hoodie coddle or coddle your ass your whole life.
Yes.
You know, you have to make a living for yourself, you know, and by definition, being economically conservative, I agree 100% by definition. Save your money and you won't go broke. Get woke, go broke. You know, being liberal with your money and being frivolous and throwing it left and right has not gotten me anywhere except a hellhole of debt. So, you know, awesome. Yeah, so... Yeah, you know.
Oh, hey, to follow up on this whole go broke and shit. So, I was actually reading this Yale paper. Okay, so the parameters of this was analyzing 2 areas of like word usage. One being competence. How are you talking to your audience as competent or not? What words you're using to display competence? And the other is warmth or friendliness. Okay, they quote unquote didn't have a lot of Republican or conservative speeches that were angled at high minority count, but they had a lot of Democrat ones, and they compared like minority speeches, like where the audience is mainly minority versus if they're mainly white, and even with these quote unquote allies people, they actually have like a worse bias in their speech that indicates they don't think a Black or Latino is competent. They'll still speak in friendly terms of like compassion, supportive and stuff, but they'll talk to them like they're not competent on anything.
Like they're puppies.
Yeah, so it makes sense. It makes sense when you realize the Democrat Party is the party of the Ku Klux Klan and you know, pro-slavery. It makes sense.
And then of course JFK's hard work to try to reverse that is all down the tubes.
Yeah, he's like. the only good Democrat in history.
Well, maybe not, but
Yeah, what about Hillary, Angus?
Yeah,
You mean the anti-gay and
I'm still with her.
candidate?
Nice. But yeah, somebody in the chat asked, or Shabby asked, can someone explain what's the deal with all the infighting?
What's the deal with all the infighting?
What's the deal with that? Yeah.
Seinfeld, okay.
Well, what infighting are they talking about?
I assume they're talking about Comicsgate infighting.
Oh, I have no idea.
So Tristan,
I guess you're going to rely on me, huh?
I mean, for the most part. I mean, I have my own comments too, but you're more in the community.
There's always so much infighting. Like, I know Mindy Wheeler left yesterday, Comicsgate, and you can't really blame her. You know, putting out your own book, Mindy Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of her.
Well, that sucks.
Well, now you have.
But like, you can't blame her because if she stays in Comicsgate, she's only going to sell to one side of the community. And if she backs off a little bit and doesn't deal with the drama, then more people are going to buy her work and more people are. I totally get it. And I know there's been some people upset about that. I really have seen only a couple really give her like shit, but I don't think it should be given at all. I know yesterday there was some, and I was gone over the weekend, so I don't know everything, but I know yesterday there was some fighting with like the Indie-Cron, and there was some fighting with like Mike Miller said he was gone out of Comicsgate, and then I just seen this morning he said he was back. So
he said Comics great.
Comics great.
He's Comics great now.
Oh, okay.
He's an optimist. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say anything bad about Mike Miller because I found him when I was really into Injustice, like 7 or 8 years ago, I want to say, when it first started coming out.
Yeah.
And he is just so talented. Like, and he's, from what I've seen in the community, and I've watched a couple of his live stream, he's a really nice guy. He's really religious. So there's a lot of good things about him. He's a good, for people to look up to, it's not a bad one. He just wanted like a true definition of what Comicsgate was, but everybody's kind of varies a little bit.
Yeah,
so it's really hard to get. Yeah. And then, oh my God, it just totally slipped my mind. There was fighting yesterday about something. I don't remember what.
I know Ashon Comics was on.
That's what I was going to say.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, he went on EBS, but I was like, it was like at 2:00 in the morning and I was sleeping and I was like, I woke up and I seen it and I'm like, oh, hell yes, finally, one for the little YouTubers. And then I listened to it and I'm like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's it's your boy Jesus.
Yeah, he's been in here for a little bit.
It's your boy Jesus. Don't use the H word. What's the H word, Hallmark channel, Jeremy? Is it Hallmark? I don't think that was said until now. Hell?
No, I don't know.
Oh, whatever.
But no, I saw.
I'm looking through the comments. That's all.
I got you. I've been interacting every now and then with them too. But so yeah, with the Ashon Comics, I listened to that one too. And my main thing, because I just recently listened to the Rekieta Law debate thing that was from like a month ago or 2 months ago.
Oh my God!
And I was
like, super intense.
But it's like I feel like poor EVS is just like always trying to struggle with how to represent people or with the Comicsgate thing because he's like doing his own thing and trying to please fans and creators and everybody. Like he keeps on trying to please everybody.
You can't do that.
And it's like I'm just confused on how there's even this whole arguing of, well, you don't know what Comicsgate is, and well, that's not Comicsgate. This isn't. I thought, because then everybody will say at the end it's a movement, not a industry. So I'm like, okay, so it's literally just a hashtag basically, and that's it. So then why is everybody complaining about what is the other representation of Comicsgate and blah blah blah? Because you could technically do whatever you want and still. Like, because to me, it's more like, they're selling their comics that appeal to a broader audience than just to the SJW-ish liberal type crowd.
Exactly.
So that's what they're doing. And then then there's the critics that, point that stuff out. And I don't see why there has to be, well, you have to be like this in order to be Comicsgate. Because it's like, isn't it just anyone that just wants things to be kind of more fair, I suppose? But I
Well,
mean,
I
I
think
don't understand what.
Ashes. Go
Yeah, go
ahead.
ahead. No, I was basically wrapping up. So, like, then when Ash was talking, I mean, I don't remember everything that was said. I was kind of occupied while I was listening, and it just seems like I don't know why there needs to be the definition of it or anything, because it's just, you could call it floobly blob and still have the same impact. Is what I see. So
It
because
feels
it's
like
just
insecurity to me.
it's like it just seems like people are arguing over semantics over a word.
It's exactly what it is. And I think Ash is, Ash is a great person. Like, he was one that I've been following since I first came into the community. I watch most of his videos. I think he's a great guy. With that being said, I think he's wrong on some things. Like, he was saying, and everyone has their own definition, fine. But he was saying, as EVS, as a pro, shouldn't be part of Comicsgate. It should be a consumer movement. And my whole thing is, you want both, because you need somebody that, like, a big, artist name, a big leader in a community. And I'm not saying like he's the leader of it, but I'm just as a reference. But you need both sides. You need both sides of the coin to make it possible. And I'm not saying like if he made this horrible comic and it was super politicized or anything, I'm not saying that he's exempt from those rules at all. But I just don't think he needs to get as much criticism as he does get. And I've done it myself. But he seems to get shit on constantly by a lot of the YouTube critics, just constantly saying, you shouldn't be part of Comicsgate, or Comicsgate is this because of you. And you, I don't know. I just think EVS
you made money,
way
you're
too much shit.
horrible. Yeah, I think they focus too much on the fact that he's successful. I think a lot of the big issue is that he made a lot of money on Cyberfrog, and promote.
Yeah, $600,000 speaks a lot. Yeah, no, there isn't. Well, the thing is that I think the issue is that he was sort of a forced leader. They didn't have anyone to really look up to and point as it. Yes, this is the leader of Comicsgate, and then they just sort of chose EVS because he had the biggest platform and he was growing on Comic Artist Pro Secrets. And I think that's sort of where it spiraled out of control. You can't just elect somebody a leader who didn't run.
I think
I don't think he was forced.
They conflate figurehead with leader in their minds.
That's like the best way it could be put. That is absolutely. I never even would have thought of putting it that way, but that's perfect, because he's not a leader. He is a figurehead, just like John Malin, just like some of the other bigger ones, just like Diversity in Comic. It's more of a leader-head position, and you gotta. I know you guys have all listened to EVS stream. He demands, like, his presence is very demanding. He's very good at that position, and I think just naturally he kind of fell into that. Yeah, and I think it's great. I like EVS. I'll defend him any day, but unless I see otherwise, which I really haven't, and he's been nothing. Like, I even went up against him, gave him shit for the whole CG girl thing, like a week ago, and he DM'd me and he's like, I have nothing but respect for you. I'm like, oh yeah.
Well, I think
swig of water for Ethan Van Sciver, Nerdette, Sith Bryntonian, Black Angus, and the Rookie Critic.
Cheers!
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I think
I couldn't find a better moment to swiggle water. But
yeah, no, I'm fine with EVS. Like, I think Comicsgate does need a leader. I think it needs like a determined set of standards. I think it's very broad, but the standard is don't do what Marvel is doing, and don't go where it looks like DC may go, which is kind of sort of falling through. Like, they're not as bad as Marvel at all, but I definitely see a lack of quality compared to maybe even 5 years ago. So I think there needs to be like a set standard. Like, I think Comicsgate is defined, but it's like, well, we're making an alternative for the established market to determine like where should comics go. It's kind of like Disney. Like, comics have stagnated because it's really two companies that control everything, and so I'm rooting for the underdog to turn the tables and bring it back to a competitive market.
I'll be right back.
Do you guys think that Comicsgate should eventually replace the industry, or just push it in a better direction?
Push it in a better direction.
That's what I thought it was. That's really what I thought it was in the beginning. I thought it was just meant to be like a temporary thing, just to kind of light the fire under the industry's ass a little bit.
Exactly. And you want to know the best way to defeat Comicsgate is to actually listen to the people within it. If
Make
they would
better
do that,
comics.
it would be gone.
Yeah, and also just to have like a differing of opinions, and it doesn't necessarily matter what your. I thought it was all about, just as this is from strictly an outsider's perspective on this, because again, I have never touched a comic book in my life, basically. Again, sorry about that. It will change. It will change.
I'm the same. I ordered my Cyberfrog book, so there you go.
Hey, you know what? Comicsgate reminds me of, like, this whole situation. It reminds me of the Carnegie, Rockefeller, I think. Rockefeller, if you watch stuff about alternative fuels and whatnot, ethanol, like vehicles used to run on ethanol back in like the early days. But Rockefeller controlled the gasoline market, the oil market. So prohibition was actually kind of a Rockefeller-inspired thing. To control the market. And so that's how I look at Comicsgate, where it's like, this is the ethanol alternative that's probably even better. If you compete, you're going to get better quality. If not, it stagnates, and one group really dictates the whole market. And you see it with gasoline, where it's like, why is gas not going down? It slowly is, I noticed, but yeah, it's kind of the same.
Oh yeah. Here in Cali, we are celebrating the gas station that is right by my house. That is $3.35 a gallon.
Holy crap!
$3.35? What?
I know.
Well,
I
hey,
miss Ohio prices.
What is the minimum wage in Cali, though?
I think it's like 12 or
Yeah,
something like that.
In Washington, we're kind of near that. We're at like $11.30 in the minimum wage, and gas is like almost $4 also.
Well, my ass was saved by Bernie Sanders and Ro Khanna because they pressured Jeff Bezos, because I work at Amazon, to raise their prices for their workers, and this literally made or break, whether I can make rent or not. So thank you. I will thank Bernie Sanders for that. Swig of water for Bernie. He's affected my life personally. This isn't like, yay, liberals. But hey, I give credit where credit is due.
Hey, I like Bernie Sanders. I'm typically conservative, but I always like Bernie Sanders. He's like the coolest old man ever.
Yeah, he really is. I love that running meme that they have.
Oh, that was a great meme.
Remember the bird?
Yes.
The what? Yes.
He is Cinderella grown up. No.
Oh my god! I
just magical old man.
Yeah.
Fat Panther in the chat said, "No illegal immigrants in Comicsgate. Make me the president, and I'll build a wall."
Holy shit. My god!
Fat Panther.
Touching that.
I love how he's Fat Panther.
He said some funny things so far.
No, it's okay. It's okay, Fat Panther. I'm not skinny myself, so it's okay. I'm totally with you on that. It's your boy Jesus. Oh my god, I love these. I love the people in these chats. Laura, it's a short story. Hello. What's up? I follow EBS only because he is funny. Artists don't need middlemen anymore, or middle women. Laura, you got to be inclusive.
Hey, middle
That's
people.
Right.
Middle people.
Middle people.
Middle people.
Hey, but that's offensive to other kin.
Oh my god. Okay, stop.
Other
being.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. The tree people literally believe that they're trees.
Oh my god, you are out of control.
No, the funniest
I'm
is
sorry.
He just woke up, so he's
the funniest people are the people who they go to like this ranch and they get like all like strapped up in leather and shit, and they give them like horse ears. Yeah, and they turn into horses. And this one lady
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
One lady took her
Shut
husband.
up.
This one lady took her husband, and like you see the husband like all strapped up like a horse and shit, like on all fours, and she's like, I can really feel the energy. He really turns into a horse when he puts the ears on. He turns into an actual horse.
It sounds like he's a furry.
Pretty much. But they really go around like horses, like pulling a carriage, like on all fours. And like this there was this really fat lady riding it, in her bra and panties, and she was like whipping the dude who was the horse.
Yeah, dude, even this got all the way up to Ben Shapiro on his main channel. He was like commenting on this shit.
That's where I saw it, I think. I'm pretty sure that's where I saw it.
That is just ridiculous.
Right.
Indeed. On like a random stream last night, it kind of got similar like this. We're talking about booby windows on
What?
stuff and what
Booby windows?
She's talking
Your
about her
streams always get so
she
random.
was talking about her shirt, and then she was like, "Oh, it had like a booby window," and I was like, "Booby window,
What is a booby window?
dude." That became the hashtag of the night, basically. And then
Wait,
she's
wait, so-
about whips
is
and
it-
it's like,
Is a booby window like on like old like long johns? They'd have like the flap on the ass so you could take a shit in the outhouse. Is that a booby
no,
window?
she didn't know how to describe what it was because somebody was like, "Your shirt's not enough boob" or something, and she's
What?
like, she was just like,
What?
"Oh, she's just wearing a normal shirt or something," and then.
Dude, people say the craziest shit to
Then
random.
she was like, "No, I have this one sexy thing. It's like a booby window, and it's like, I think it's just the straps that go over the chest or something. I have no idea."
Is it
Sounds
like
like a
Ashley
power
shirts?
girl type thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. This is not even in. No, I have no comment on this.
Go check your closet.
It's your boy Jesus said, "Thou shalt not pull fat ladies as a horse."
Sounds pretty good.
Oh, good boy.
Yep, save a cowboy, ride a bus, a very short one. Your boy Jesus. Nice. Yeah, it looks like we got a lot of vets crowd in here.
Yeah, I got a huge ass crowd.
Nice.
Harrison Ford.
Perfect timing, and we're talking about horsemen.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
damn it!
metal
guys.
people.
Oops.
Harrison
wrong.
Ford is proper Jeremy. That's not very proper. I love,
No!
Is that you, Proper Jeremy?
Damn it! Yes.
God
it is.
damn it! Are you
That's not
everybody?
very proper.
Okay. I am only
Are you
a few
Cecil?
different.
No, if only.
No, you would be able to tell.
You go,
If I was Cecil.
If I may
Hello.
interject.
If I may
Hello.
interject, he ruined the Wizard of Oz for me with his whole thing of like it's just basically women fighting over a pair of shoes. I'm like, damn
It
it!
makes it better. It makes it better because it's like, it's just it summarizes women. It's like, yeah, I can see
Some
that.
shoes are just that important.
Yeah,
She's confirming it.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, it is true. But something I never thought of before, and now I can't stop thinking about that. Instead of like all the morals, all the things about feminism or something like that. I don't know. I think Rookie and I were talking about that the other day. But yeah, my God, I love Cecil just because he's Cecil. He's great.
We want to get him in here at some point. Do you think he would? Like, if we're like, hey,
maybe.
just drop in for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, if you
I'm
reach out.
sure.
Dude, I
Yeah,
would
if
pitch him
you-
to a fund to pay him to show up.
Like, I was gonna send him a link, but he has to be following me.
Oh,
for me to
I know
send
what to
him a
do.
Private message.
Just tell him we'll send him a bottle of whiskey if he joins.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good idea. That's a good bribe.
Yeah.
Could get him on here. That would be
He'll go for
awesome.
that.
Yeah, that'd be very entertaining, very great. But anyways, going back to Sith, what you were saying, I am only Voorhees 67, Proper Jeremy, and Harrison Ford. That is it. I'm not actually Harrison Ford, by the way.
That should be, dude. That should be like the title of your channel or something. Proper Jeremy Voorhees, Harrison Ford, or whatever.
All in the same chat.
Then have
Proper Harrison Voorhees.
and then have that be your channel basis. Like you be in different ones. You be Harrison Ford. Oh, Louis world class horse shitters or whatever. And these, just make
those
fun-
jokes
just like,
wrote
dude,
themselves.
Those were great. You're like, thanks. See ya, world class horse shitters. And
I made EVS
Oh, yeah,
crack up. It
go to
was
the
so
bathroom
great.
holding my own penis.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. It's like one thing I said was what was it? When we I think it was when Chuck Wendig was fired, and I sent a super chat, and then Jeff read it, and it was something like, "Since you're in a good mood, when we get home, can I please use the bathroom by myself this time?" Yeah.
If people aren't aware, that's because Jeff Hicks at World Class Bullshitters made a Stealing Solo comic, and while he's promoting it, it looks like Proper Jeremy made his alternate account as Harrison Ford, and would interact with them in the chats, which was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I was surprised that nobody else did it. I was just like, I'm sometimes in that mindset of just like, if nobody is gonna do this, I am going to have to do it myself. And this was an obvious thing. Like why not? And, and also there was I think the first time I used it, there was a Mark Hamill account that said Harrison Ford never returned my attempts at friendship. It was great. Oh my god!
I think about that type of thing, but I'm like, but then I gotta actually like make a name, a password, and not fuck that.
all you have to do is just like make a Gmail account, and then
but then if you want to keep on logging in, you got to write it down, and then like all the passwords I have already, I'm like, no, I don't want to.
You
Too
can
much
actually,
effort.
yeah, you could just switch accounts, and it's just a click. Because I could immediately click to Voorhees, Proper Jeremy, myself, or Harrison Ford at any moment. And that's when it becomes easy. Laura, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Does she have a few different identities also?
Maybe, but that's for
is
her.
Is that the Laura Ryan Stole My Fan Fiction story person?
It's a short story. Yes, she changed her name a lot, and that's something I did too. Like one time, World Class Bullshitters. Jeff was reading super chats, and then he accidentally called me Cecil67 by accident. Oh, do you remember this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I said, "Oh my God, how could you do this?" And then I changed my name to Cecil67 because obviously I had to do that. And he just, I said, "Look what you've done to me," just like funny things like that, And this is something that's just like really, this is just fun to do, and when it becomes like Odin from Odin's Movie Blog, shout out to you, my good man. He said it best. He said, as long as you're having fun with it and you're enjoying what you're doing, keep doing it. But as soon as it becomes not fun, stop doing it. And, when this becomes not fun, I will no longer be doing this. But I am having fun, so I'm enjoying it while we are here living in this moment.
Hell yeah, man.
Of water to everybody in the chat and everybody in this chat.
Hell yes. And going on that, Fat Panther says Harassment Ford sounds more like a cool Twitter name.
No.
Okay. Not for me. Nope. And Robert Williams in the chat, he says, man, I just had the wind taken out of my sails. I thought I shot up 600 from 600 subscribers to 741. Turns out it was a glitch just at 611. That sucks, dude.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I heard there was a couple
I have
of
a glitch I thought I had 600, but really I only have like 132. So.
Oh, that's cute.
Must be a glitch, right? Is that a glitch?
Just pretend it's at the 600 mark.
Yeah, okay. Just use your imagination, and then it's real.
Close my eyes.
Star Wars for Life. Proper Jeremy is not the Jer Army. The Jer Army is all of the Jeremys. If anything, regular Jeremy is the Jer Army. He without him, we would not be here.
Yeah,
he's the father.
Hey, Seth, you're talking about 600 subs. You know what you need to do? You need to identify as a 600 sub channel.
Like the Mr. P
I feel
channel?
like I was always born a 4 million subscriber channel.
That's what I identify as.
I should be compensated as such,
Yeah.
We got should be monetized.
Caitlin's going to need a bigger whiteboard, Jeremy.
I don't know if that's already a thing or not. I'm going to have to...
No, that's the person in the chat.
No, I know. That's why I'm just like, maybe I should...
Oh.
Oh, Prodigal, follow me. Oh, I'm going to follow you back. Boom. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. There was one night I loved, by the way, Sith Kryptonian. I love that one live stream with Salty Nerd, Keister. What was his name? R. Keister. Wait, was that wrong?
Kester.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him that.
What is that a thing like that people mispronounce his name?
No. Well, his name is R. Kester.
Proper Jeremy's supposed to say everything properly, not improperly.
You know what? I guess it makes sense. It's not Chester, it's Chester.
Did you have your soy latte yet to get your day going?
No, I literally rolled out of bed.
What were you saying about Keister?
No, I loved how I made just one comment. It was just like something that I had said a very long time ago. Like an old saying, like you're entitled to your incorrect opinions because you don't like Back to the Future. You don't like Back to the Future. I was like, you're entitled to your incorrect opinions, and then they're like, I'm gonna follow this guy immediately. I was just like,
Yes.
I love those guys. Yeah, they're
Awesome, man. Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
you got kicked out of your own stream, of course.
Oh yeah.
Does that happen a lot?
No,
This
I
is
don't know
it.
how it happened.
That only happens to Sith.
It was great.
Only me. Yeah. Thanks, Jeremy. Thank you. I'm going to be streaming with them again on Friday. Maybe I'll have you on if you're available.
Yeah. Well, depending on what time it is, you know. Yeah, for sure. I
He's
would
on
love
Pacific.
to.
He's on Pacific time as well.
I'm on
Yes.
Eastern time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you can slide into my DMs.
Promise.
Oh no! That wasn't meant to be a dirty joke.
Where's my mind?
Too late, Daddy.
Bird.
Too late, Daddy.
It's just where my mind
the
goes.
belt.
Yes.
Where is it? Oh God, where is it?
There's no daddy's belt, Jeremy, or something.
Oh no, but that's like a EVS thing.
Yeah, but still,
No.
I mean, who cares?
No, that didn't make the noise that I intended.
I'm surprised there's
Oh,
no
well.
Comic Arts Pro Secrets Jeremy or something like just making whatever.
What was
Uncle E
that?
Jeremy. I'm surprised there's no
I
Comic Arts Pro Secrets Jeremy or EVS Jeremy. Or
I
something.
legitimately had just as for jokes, Ethan Van Sciver blocked from Proper Jeremy, and I put just for the screenshot, and then I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm taking this Proper Jeremy thing a little too far by actually blocking him. You know, you also, you know, that's the thing. You have to set limits. You know, this might be a parody account, but you also have to know, you know, when to, what's the phrase? Pick your spots. You know, like that. You have to draw the line somewhere.
Yep. People in the chat were asking, what'd they miss a few times? And I'm like, I don't know how to sum up what's been going on in the last hour. I don't know.
Bunch of randomness.
We've literally just jumped from
It's
thing
your
to
boy
thing.
Jesus. It's your boy Jesus says Jeremy is going to be dressed as a horse before the day is through.
Oh my God.
Hey, he said
my
Jeremy,
goodness.
not proper Jeremy. So he's
It's
talking
getting
about-
sexy in here. Oh, okay.
I guess. I guess so.
Thank you.
Wait till
I
I slide in your
appreciate that.
DMs proper.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Right.
Yep.
Oh, hey, Proper Jeremy, I got a name you can make up. You could do an ACDC inspired Jeremy account called "What Do You Do for Money, Jeremy?"
What did you? You should make that.
Yeah, sounds good. I don't really follow Geeks and Gamers. I'm not.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine.
Like,
I don't
I'll look
hold
it
that
up and I'll
against you.
watch a video and see the timeout, but it's just.
But it's all you know. You can literally make it.
To me.
Yeah, but it's
You can-
okay. Every Jeremy loves AC/DC, as far as I'm concerned. And
You can be. I don't watch Jeremy.
I don't watch Jeremy. Yeah, like all you can do. Yeah, you could literally just make an account and then just leave it dormant. You can make a parody account and just do nothing with it, say one thing, and then that's it. You know, and then your name is on the board.
We just like to watch the Jeremy show of the clone Jeremys, but we don't watch the regular Jeremy, just the clones.
Just all the other ones. Yeah. Yeah, we like Proper Jeremy over regular Jeremy. That's what Proper Jeremy really wants. What is this? Literal count? Or whatever.
Main one or something.
Proper
You said-
horse, Jeremy. What? Oh God.
Hey, I was gonna say you said you might meet Jeremy. Is that true?
Again, yeah, I've already met him. He's a good guy. He's exactly the same person as he is on the streams, except he's on his phone more because he's a busy man.
Does he say, "Can you pass me that Oreo"?
No. We never ate Oreos. No, we rode roller coasters together, and that was fun. We met at
Does he like do O's at the end of?
No, but he said the word, you know, proper, and every time they did that within our group, I kept laughing. But yeah, he likes the Guardians of the Galaxy ride over Tower of Terror, and I'm just like, no, you were wrong. Just like no, because Tower of Terror, the mood, the theme was great. It's just I like it a lot better than I do Guardians of the Galaxy because it was great. You know, it was a horror theme, and I like horror movies. You know, it's kind of like if you changed the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith to the BTS Fun Factory or something like that. It just would be very insulting, and I wouldn't want that. That's why I like Orlando over California. any day. But I think I went off on a tangent.
No, that's all good.
Okay.
We all ramble here from time to time.
Hallmark Channel Jeremy says Jeremy will only be dressed as a horse with the proper saddle.
Nice.
Oh,
Chick-fil-A Jeremy says, someone told me Proper Jeremy is in need of a beverage. I can help with that. Chick-fil-A ice is handcrafted daily, made of custom blend of cold brewed coffee and fresh 2% milk.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord.
Are they open on Sunday?
No.
No.
Hey, Chick-fil-A Jeremy, get on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing if you're not gonna?
You have time for this. You have time for that.
Yeah. Plus, people work on Sundays. They need work, and that's putting people out of a job. That's less days for the working man to work, or the working woman, or the working people. Hey, come on, get on that, Chick-fil-A Jeremy.
Yep. So hold on. So I was gonna say, Tristan, while we're still here and stuff, we did kind of extremely divulge from the comic topic.
It's been so random.
We took a fun path, though. I'll say that.
You make a Jeremy comic skate comic.
Yeah, that's something that we talked about.
Everybody said that to Jeremy, but he keeps on going, "No, I don't want to draw," and it's like, "Don't draw, just write." And he's like, "I don't want to." It's like, okay,
then I'll fucking do it.
Yeah. We use the Jeremy army to his advantage. He's got 150 people. 150
Proper Jeremy will just write the story. Then regular Jeremy has a lot of things to do. He's actually out here in Los Angeles right now. He just drove in. Yeah, but seriously, he's the only one who hasn't written a comic yet. He should.
Yeah,
that would be great. There's so many great stories that you could tell with the Jeremys and the Annas and the fighting. And the origin story, he can make a buck out of it, But he's doing something very important out here. I don't know what it is, but he's doing his thing.
Wait, are they filming that Star Wars Theory movie out in LA?
They did, but that was the last time he came in a couple months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that was back in late September, early October, and that's when I met Jeremy. Was in Disneyland, and yeah, that was fun. But yeah, no, they already did the Star Wars Theory movie, and I think they're going to premiere it at some point.
It's your boy Jesus says, Jesus declares that thou shalt give me chicken on Sundays.
Swig of Chick-fil-A lemonade for salty Proper Jeremy. I like I like ground pepper a little better, but that's okay.
I just wanted to say it's your boy Jesus. So.
Fat Panther says comics are for nerds.
Hey, you know what? Nerds are awesome.
Nerds.
It's a term of endearment now.
Nerdette, do you take offense to that? No.
Not even a little bit.
Well, it's kind of funny because your name is Nerdette, and so I was like, yeah. Yeah.
Well, nerd is also a term of endearment nowadays. It's yeah. It used to be derogatory, and
now who isn't a nerd?
Yeah, exactly. People geek out over things. It means
Bill Maher isn't a nerd.
Oh, don't get me started on Bill Maher. Do not open that can of worms.
Oh my God.
I had a legitimate disagreement with Jeremy on
I want to. It's fun to hear some yelling. So have at it, guys.
Right. No, I don't. If nobody else wants to talk about it,
I've already said
he's not.
We've already said our piece with that, but I have actually watched Bill Maher's show and been a fan for like 3 years. I like him.
Why? What do you see in it?
Humor. He actually has discourse with people he disagrees with, as opposed to
that too.
Screaming like an NPC.
Yes, he had Ben Shapiro on a while ago. He had Jordan Peterson on. Yeah, he has people who disagree with them, and I like that. And I just disagreed with the way that Jeremy characterized him. As somebody who just bends the knee at somebody. And just like the only time he ever apologized for saying a bad word was when he said the N-word. On his show. And I'm just
There's more than that. There's more
I
than
know,
that.
I know. He says a lot of bad things, but we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, we don't have to get it. Yeah, he's a horrible. Oh my God, I made a whole video about that. It was just freaking awful what he said.
I saw it, and I totally. I'm on. Yeah. Of course, I watch your videos sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot more fun, by the way, to watch some of the channels, like aside from Comics Artist Pro Secrets or WordPress
Right, I
bullshit.
totally agree.
Yeah, and that's why I had a lot of fun coming in the chats and just saying hello, and the reaction that people would get, from Sith's stream and Rookie's stream. Like people were surprised that I bothered to have the time to just stop in, and I was just like, I enjoy this. I'm just saying hello, and people were like, "Oh my god, it's Proper Jeremy." I was like, "Hey."
Well, they probably see you as Jeremy sometimes, probably, and they're like, "It's the real Jeremy."
Was that your reaction?
Mine, no.
Oh, okay.
No, I knew it was Proper Jeremy. I'm just a fan of Proper Jeremy.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Proper Jeremy, what is behind Jeremy's head in your picture?
That's like some sort of rainbow, like Wheel of Fortune kind of thing. It's funny, the guy who made that, his Twitter account got suspended. Oops. But I can't. His name was like Vincent Vader or something. And I always ask, because I'm not very great with Photoshop. I just ask, hey, can I use this as my profile picture or my cover photo? And the guy agreed. He's like, yeah, sure, that's fine. And he was he's like, yeah, have at it. And I thought it was great. He even suggested, like, yeah, this should be the profile picture. And it's been sort of a, it's been sort of a, what's the word? It's like a logo or something. So,
yeah, it looks like
an icon.
It looks like a gay halo behind your head.
Yeah, it is a gay
what?
halo. It's not even centered properly. And the hairline, it's clearly cut off at some points. But yeah, oh my god, like every other light is lit. It's just, I don't know.
Imagine your face being photoshopped on all these alternate accounts.
My actual face, like with Tommy Wiseau.
Like anybody, it's like Angus, have your face just photoshopped on all these different versions, cotton candy hair, and onto all these other ones. Like that would be crazy.
That would be kind of insane. I don't know. I think he is handling it very well.
Yeah. What if it upsets him inside? That would suck. It's like all these
like LSU fan Jeremy.
Yeah. All these accounts keep on using my name, and everybody thinks they're on my.
There's only one Jeremy. Damn it.
Yes.
Yeah. There's an identity crisis.
There's enough Jeremys as there is, and all these people keep on calling themselves Jeremy. They're gonna call their actual kids baby Jeremy or something.
This is worse than the movie Split.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's a good one. Hey, Proper Jeremy, are you excited for Glass?
The Unbreakable series.
Oh, I've seen a trailer for that. That looks so good.
Yeah.
He is
the
back.
guy that plays
M. Night Shyamalan is back. Yeah.
No, who's the guy that plays? Oh, he's in X-Men.
McAvoy.
Yes, he looks so good. He looks crazy.
That's the point.
I know, but I'm not a movie person, so I've never seen that, like Unbreakable or anything.
Oh,
I haven't.
Split.
Yeah,
watch Split.
It's all
never
a
even heard of
series.
it.
It's all a series now, even though it wasn't, but now it is.
Well, that also ruins the twist of Split, but okay.
But hey, that's been over a year, so I mean, people haven't.
It's okay. I give people like a week to see a movie. Like you have 1 week, go see it, and if you don't see it, then that's too bad. You have to risk getting it spoiled for you.
I say the same thing until it happens to me, then I complain.
Oh, or like when you watch one of Anna's when you watch that Star Wars girl and she spoils something and doesn't even preface it.
Yeah,
really?
She'll do that sometimes.
Or she might go, I guess that was a spoiler. I don't know.
That's why there's like a spoiler Anna or something like that. Just ruins all the movies.
Just regular Anna. No, just kidding.
Yeah, no. Oh, I can't give her too much shit. She's in our generation, Rookie.
I know.
She's like, she's around our age, so
So she's the baby.
You youngins.
We're the baby.
Are we younglings? Are we? Because I'm younger than
baby.
Rookie.
We're the babies of YouTube right now.
I definitely got a few years on you.
Yep.
Well, you don't sound like it. Age is but a number.
That's right.
Thank you.
What's funny is that more than half the people I've had on here are like in their 40s.
Well, I'm not in my 40s.
I wasn't saying you, Tristan.
How dare you?
Exactly.
No, you're not a day over 26 as far as this chat's concerned. So
That's right.
There we go.
You're older than 26? What? No.
Yeah, I am. I am.
That is not true. 26 and a half.
26.
Yes, that's more accurate. It's more accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That's what we'll go with. 26 and a half.
Hey, we're all young at heart.
Plus 5.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I like how like Proper Jeremy, like it's fun to have you on here because you've been more of a Twitter personality and a dude in chats all the time, and it's like, you know, that's one of the things. A lot of people would rather just have people that make content come onto their channels, and I mean, I've had a lot of people that don't have any content yet, but it's also if you're gonna start having content at some point, I like giving you a little head start with it. Like everybody in here, like freaking subscribe to Proper Jeremy, Nerdist Newsstand, everybody in here, like. Everybody's good. Even people in the chat. I'm pretty sure most of you people post content or something, or even if not, just give a follow anyway.
Yeah, like I had like almost 30 subscribers. I didn't even have a video.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I think that was one of them.
You are one of them, and I thank you for that.
See, what's funny when you say that, when I first started, I posted like 40 videos over 4 months, and I had 7 subscribers. And then I came back after 8 months of not posting anything. And then after about a month, I had over 100. Like, I don't know.
That's awesome.
It's the algorithm, man. I don't know.
Rookie, what? I never asked you this. What kept you going when you were like putting that much content out for like 7 people that aren't watching your shit? Because you said it was just like friends.
Well, I'd still get views. I get views from people that aren't my friends because like they sub to me because they're like, oh yeah, I guess we'll sub to them, but I know they don't watch my shit. So the views were coming from other people, but nobody subscribed or commented or anything usually. So it was just regular stuff.
Star Wars for Life. Oh my God, Laura, I haven't had this much fun in such a long time. They're great. Hey, you know what? Star Wars for Life, you're great too. Swig of water for Star Wars for Life. Swig of water for Laura.
Cheers, swig of water for Star Wars for Life, for Shabby, for Laura. It's a short story. The Fat Panther, Hallmark Channel, Jeremy, and
Shabby. That's a great name.
Yep.
Shabby,
baby.
I know that's
not
like the
too
best
shabby, huh?
username ever. I love it.
Austin Powers.
Digital pollution. Oh, I've never thought of that. There's a lot of pollution everywhere.
That's Jez Jez Oldfield. He was on here before too. He doesn't have content yet, but he's got huge knowledge on comic books, but he doesn't make any content yet. And we all say he should. He needs some good ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna start getting. Well, go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. I was just gonna say. Speaking of digital pollution, have any of y'all like used cable or like DirecTV or anything as of late? Because
Nope.
We switched internet from Spectrum because they just out of nowhere raised everyone's price by $20. So it's like, well, DirecTV's coming around, you know, proselytizing like, hey, we got $20 cheaper internet, and you get a better deal with DirecTV and free NFL Sunday ticket, etc. So I'm like, cool, I'll pay as much as I am for my phone internet and get, you know, third option. So yeah, I'm going through, you know, we got Netflix. I'm going through fucking DirecTV, and I'm like, there's nothing on here for me to watch. Like, I only want to watch football. That's the only thing I don't have access to fully, and I still have access from my mom's DirecTV. So I'm like, why the fuck do I have this? This is digital pollution. It's just garbage, and you know, it's pointless. It's kind of funny. You know, you have access to like 300-400 channels, and there's like nothing to watch.
Yeah, I mean that's why YouTube's more entertaining lately.
And they're all synced with commercials that last for 5 minutes, you know, and it's not fun when you watch. When I used to watch The Big Bang Theory, you know, it was just, you know, it was like it was only 4 minutes of commercials total. Now it's like because I didn't have cable, you know, I used to just watch it on a different medium, we could call it.
Okay, wink, wink.
Yeah. But then I noticed the runtime, and one of them was like 17 minutes long.
Yeah,
17 minutes.
17 to 22 minutes.
Yeah. Half of it is commercials. What the fuck is this? Why am I bothering with this? This is absolutely ludicrous. This is ridiculous. Who has the audacity? Yeah,
can I ask you something?
NPC program.
Yes, Sif. What?
Has anybody ever saw a commercial and then bought anything because of seeing that commercial before?
When I was a child.
Yeah.
As a kid, yeah.
Oh wow!
I always said, "Oh, I want that. Oh, I want that."
Proof that Nerdette is younger than all of us.
Reese's
And-
Puffs,
Hey.
Reese's Puffs, peanut butter chocolate
No, I'm really
flavor.
bad about when I used to have cable. I'm really bad about
Yeah.
like if I was like I'm bad about being insomniac and all those like
all the infomercials.
exactly, and I'll be like, oh, I have to have that. Oh, and I'd order this shit, and this was years ago, and I'd get it, and I'd get it, and it'd break or it'd be junk or something.
Call
So
now
I
within the last 4 minutes, and then you can get the lifetime.
I know, and I'm like,
agreement deal
yes,
for
and I get one
$19.95.
for free. I was so bad about that. I do that all the time. Not anymore, but I used to. I have all this useless junk that doesn't work. Like I got
Have a
like
garage
4 sham wows, and
Have a good
Oh,
garage sale and
Billy
have a
Mays.
commercial for your garage sale.
there we
But
go.
wait, there's more.
There's always more.
The only thing I wanted to get was one of those bug assaults because you like shoot salt at a bug and kill it, and I'm like, that sounds kind of cool.
Fuck.
I've never
the
seen that
fuck?
one.
It's
That's
like
awesome.
look up the bug assault. It's like a gun that you load with salt or something, and you got
What?
a fly in the house, blast that fucker away.
Somebody check Rookie's basement for bodies.
Clearly, that person never heard of a fly swatter.
Well, they heard of it and they're like, that's for pussies, and then you gotta have a gun so you can be a
They
man.
watch,
awesome.
they watch too much Home Improvement. They're like, oh, I need more power.
That sounds like that would be Tim Allen for sure.
I loved
I was
Tim
just thinking
Allen.
about that show today. I was just thinking
Last
about
Man
that show.
Standing or
No,
Yeah.
Home Improvement.
Improvement.
No, Home Improvement.
Was the last man standing of like the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of more about 80s pop culture than I am of today. Like I haven't even I didn't even know who. Oh, I don't even remember her name. But it was like Cardi B. I have no idea who she is. Never heard a song ever.
Lucky.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Fat Panther said, I bought a mail order bride once. She ran away. I didn't get any refund.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be the worst.
Oh, was she deported or?
Yeah. Fat Panther says, I also just watch porn.
Lethal Lightning is here. Hello. How are you?
Lethal is the best. Hi, Lethal.
The Tasmanian Devil. How are we?
Yep. What's up, dude? Yep. He says Cardi B is a porn parody.
Paradoy.
I thought she was a
Excuse
singer.
me.
Excuse my improper language, Proper Jeremy. I forgot to read that properly. My bad. All right. So now how we transition to a different thing, and don't do another stupid joke, Angus.
No, go for it.
I'm joking, Angus.
I'm just
Angus!
smiling.
Can we talk about how Rookie likes to kill bugs?
Well, I can
I
tell
think
you. I can tell you a story about how. Well, not really.
Murderer!
But no, there was not that it was during the summer, and there was a bunch of flies coming into my house, and I'm like, okay, is like my trash can? No, my trash can's clean, my room's clean, but they would just hover by the window, like they would just keep on going in the windowsill, and there's like 20 of them, and I'm like, what the fuck what is so cool about the window? I don't know what it was. I would like vacuum them up though, all the flies, and then at some point I figured out I had a spray that could kill them. I'm like, oh well, duh. But there's like a huge collection of them by my window, and I had no idea why. Like, there's no food in my room, there's no crumbs, but there was a bunch of flies, and I wish I had a bug assault to blast them, but that would have been more dead bodies. And there's just like a bunch of fly carcasses. So that's a story from the Rookie. There you go.
Maybe that was where you killed the cat a few days before.
Oh,
No.
Oh, hey,
Never.
maiming bugs actually came in handy for me because, like, when I was a kid, for some reason, my dad's house, he was a junk hoarder. My dad's house would always have fucking crickets in the house. So I guess there was like a hole, like it was wet or something in like the wall or something. Always have fucking those black crickets, and I like to torture them, rip their legs off and shit.
Oh my god!
And,
That's what my cat does when they bring in an insect.
Who am I talking to today?
This came in handy though because I ended up having a few pet turtles as a kid, and so I'd go out and catch grasshoppers and I'd rip off their back legs so they could hunt them in the cage. Great, and it's really good entertainment watching my turtles like hunt down these crickets. And cricket hide like in between rocks, and he's like got like this velociraptor neck trying to like wiggle it in to like kill this grasshopper.
Help me, Sif!
Don't kill us! Don't kill us!
Talking to serial killers. Damn
You know,
you, Sid.
it reminds me of the Rob Zombie Halloween in the beginning where he's like, "Oh, my rat died." It's like he like fucking sawed its skin off with the pocket knife. And
That goes. You know what? The worst that me or my dad did is we took bugs and then we threw them into a spider web, and we watched the spider come out from its little hole that it was in and go and snatch the bug. That was cool. That was cool as shit. That was amazing. But I mean,
that's like.
But I was
hostile,
also
dude.
5. I was also 5.
That's like hostile, dude. Like instead of just being a man and killing it yourself, you're like, passing the blame. You're like the Pontius Pilate of bug murders. You like, oh, my hands are clean. The spider did it.
I didn't kill it. It wasn't me. It was a spider.
I just threw it in the web. I just kidnapped them.
It's like that spider on Madagascar where he's like, well, howdy do.
So Nerdette, what's your bug murder story?
I don't have a bug murder story. That's the most random thing.
You haven't killed a spider before, really?
Never got your hands
Oh
dirty.
yeah, when I was
And never
You're
when you were a
innocent.
kid, you
Innocent.
went in the backyard in the garden and ate worms or something.
no, but last summer I have nephews. They're 10 and 8, and I live with them. Yeah, I'm a dork. Anyway,
That's okay.
my nephew brought me kept bringing me these like little weird looking things. I'm like, what is this? He's like, oh, they're daddy long legs without the legs. I'm like, what are you doing?
What the hell?
Torture.
I'm like, don't ever do that again.
No, the most I ever did was just put a lighter to them and then they died instantly.
Oh,
That wasn't even me, and we did that in a tent because we were Boy Scouts and we were stupid. We also flicked matches by a propane tank. So
you are so smart.
Laura says
Quiet
girls
over
don't
there.
torture
This is why
bugs.
I am not an Eagle Scout. I only made it to life. And fun fact, Harrison Ford only made it to a Life Scout. So if Harrison Ford can be Harrison Ford and live with that, I can live with that too. That's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sith, you're a little quiet over there. You okay? You nervous?
He asked for help earlier. Maybe his mic.
I'm not on the phone with the police.
Superfan Adam Shawhan is here. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yep,
Adam
what's up,
Shawhan.
Yep, he's a good man. Comes by quite often. One of these days, I want to have a stream where I literally just have people that come in the chats come on.
Like me, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Exactly. Like just have I had Stoney and Hallmark Channel Jeremy on here briefly once at the end of a stream when we had Nicholas Glenn on. Yeah.
Dude, I should like me or Sis should get a hold of these people beforehand. We're like, yeah, I got this chat planned on Friday with Jedi Rider, and we like find Rider on Twitter, like, hey, just fucking sit there and like barely say a word. So it's the most awkward fucking live stream for Rookie.
Hilarious.
Angus, we could just make fake accounts, and then when he invites us in, we're like, surprise, motherfucker!
Oh, surprise, it's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd just be disappointed. Be like, oh, you guys.
It's a different kind of coming out story.
Exactly. Well, hey, I'd have backup people to bring in because I got Princess Aruka, I got Lone Wolf Cub, got Alex Lathis, got Psychology Nerd, got Nerdette. Boom! I got stacks of people for backup. So
woo!
Boom.
Yeah.
President Abu Nas is in the chat. Hello.
Abu Nas, what's up,
Abu
bro?
Nas. Abu Nas, what's cracking, everyone? The live stream's looking like the Legion of Superheroes. I don't know why I read that like Jamaican, but
Proper Jeremy
Not
is
disgrace Abu
Proper
Nas.
Jeremy is
Trying to
no
sound like it.
superhero. Oh,
Ooh,
God.
Robert Willings got some.
Oh, bye Star Wars for life. It was great having you.
Bye, stars
Yeah,
for life.
she's come in and
It's
out this
awesome.
whole time, I think. So she might be back if we don't end soon. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, and yeah, Lethal Lightning, what's up, dude? I saw one of your streams one time. I need to check out
One time.
I need to check out a lot of people's channels, but it's like the time in the day is very hard to just, okay, so there's all these different channels and all the, like, even the littler ones, because I've, met over 20 smaller channels, but all post content. And then there's the main ones I watch and homework and school and work and actual stuff. And it's like to sit and working on my
Plus
own
making
videos.
content.
It's like, yeah, it's hard to pay attention to everyone's stuff all the time, but like I do want to see some of his stuff. I do want to see some of the other people's stuff in here too. And it's like, God dang it. It's like,
Yeah,
this is
and
why
exactly.
I wish there's 40 hours in a day, so you can have more time to, sleep for 20 hours, work for however much.
20 hours?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're sleeping half of your life away.
I did 15 the other day. I did 15 the other day.
Oh my goodness. I did 2 last night.
It's the cold air. I hibernate.
Right. Well, I mean, since most of us don't like to sleep during the night anyway, I mean, we'd only sleep for less than 6 on the 40-hour day anyway. But then it's like, it's the whole day, so you could nap if you want.
Are any of you guys nocturnal? Because I'm nocturnal as fuck.
Not even a little bit.
Ever since I worked graveyard shifts, I used to my body clock wants to stay up at night. So
yeah, I worked at a UPS for a while, and yeah, that'll do a number on you. Like I used to one time during peak season, I went in at 11 o'clock at night, and I didn't get home until 1 p.m. Or sometimes when I would go on the, I would work in the factory, and I would also work as a driver helper. So sometimes I wouldn't even get home until 5 p.m. So that's 11 p.m. to 5 p.m. And that's only, only gives you so much time for sleep. But yeah, that's what the working man life is like.
Yeah.
Also, Lethal Lightning wanted me to do the proper Jeremy voice. I'm not very good at it.
See, I think I could do proper Jeremy just a little bit better than you. I'm sorry, proper Jeremy, but I think
he's the real proper Jeremy.
Proper Jeremy, step aside, bitch, and let me. He doesn't curse. So I can't.
How dare you? Well, you know what? I can do Yoda better than you, so that's
yeah, you can. But can you do an Indian accent pretty good? No.
What are you talking to me?
Was that supposed to be Yoda?
My brother. What?
No. What are you talking about?
Or do not. There is no try.
That's just an Indian voice.
Narrows eyes.
This is cultural appropriation.
Much to learn you still have.
That's pretty good. Nerdette, go. No, I'm just kidding.
What is going on?
No.
Nerdette, you can do voices too if you want. Yeah. Right.
No, I'm good.
Just join the club. We tend to be like this every now and then.
She's got Infamous watching her, so that's bait. That's bait.
Yeah, you can show her how much.
Oh, she did racist stuff. Well, I mean, posted on Twitter.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? Voices are voices, and you know what? I'm very sad that something that that's happening with Apu from The Simpsons. That whole debacle. Ugh. No.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's an immigrant who's a hardworking immigrant. He
was a business owner.
Yeah. He probably is a legal citizen. I bet.
So what was the problem with him being on the show? They're like, oh, you have him on the show. Get him off there.
Because some dumbass
said it was cultural
really liberal fucking comedian got pissed because people would call him Apu growing up. But I got called Apu, and I'm not even Indian, and you don't see me complaining.
Maybe they were calling him a piece of crap, Apu.
Wait,
I don't know.
He was going to get mixed up.
Was this Kumail Nanjiani or something? Because he made jokes about that, but he never said oh, you can't have that. He would joke about Harold and Kumar. He's like, Kumar close enough. He'd make jokes about it, but it was never he was so offended by it, as far as I'm concerned.
But wait, so they think the solution to stop the racism is to take the Indian guy off your show,
to take away the representation.
Yeah, take him away.
Let's just make the whole show white, and then
or yellow.
Then again, when does The Simpsons accurately, represent life? The yellow people.
It doesn't. Period.
That's the point. It's supposed to be exaggerated. It's supposed to be fun.
It's supposed to be satire.
This cartoon wasn't realistic enough to represent the real life that we live right now. This is unacceptable.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I was just looking at this the other day. Frank Oz sent something like that. My boy Frank Oz. What's up if you're watching? I have to actually look up what it was. It'll be.
Bert and Ernie.
No, he's responded to me 3 times on 3 different occasions. But yeah, people know about the Bert and Ernie thing. But there was one time he said, authenticity and comedy are not very good friends or something like that. And I was just like, what the hell are you talking about? Comedy, there's always some sort of element of truth in that. How do you explain that? He didn't respond. But,
of course.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, he was saying something like that, and I was just like, it's not supposed to always, you know, be accurate. It's supposed to be funny, you know. But I guess that's sort of the point that he was trying to make. So it just reminded me of that. But so I'm sorry if I interrupted anybody. I do that sometimes. You can ask Adam Shawhan.
No, you're good. Lethal Lightning says, Proper Jeremy keeps count of his conversations.
I actually do. I have a whole list of live streams that I've partaken in on 4067.
Oh, nice.
Dude, I do the same thing. So, like, I can just see my progress. Like, wow, I've been on like 30 live streams now.
I've been on like 230 or 300. I don't know. I know. I've been doing this since January. I have a problem.
You gotta think too. Like, I love the High Council. Right. They haven't organized it very well. They don't even number the episodes, so it's like you have to actually like see the timestamps to figure out like the order if you wanted to, unless people keep track of it. So that's the reason why if my channel grows, it's like, well, you can like literally follow all my live streams I've done, and you can follow all the Cinema Squad episodes. Or Chaos Council now.
Yeah, see, we're still figuring out our thing too. So I mean,
yeah, I mean it's a work in progress, and who isn't a work in progress at the moment? Your problem is you are not on enough. I'm not on enough. What?
Yeah,
meds.
Meds. I'm taking 70 milligrams of Vyvanse. What the fuck else do you want from me? That's the only meds I'm on, aside from like the occasional ibuprofen.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure too in the future to have the streams at like 8:30 or 9 a.m.
No, it's oh my god,
to make it more with your proper schedule.
I'm sorry about that, by the way.
That's fine, dude.
But it worked out. We're having a good time.
Yeah, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
It's great actually, talking to you too, because I've been on some of these live streams and I've always been entertained by like everybody's conversation. It was always so great. Oh, your PC has a drinking problem. Oh God. Oh, I spilled beer on my laptop a month ago, and it ruined the motherboard. Luckily, the hard drive survived, but yeah. Proper Jeremy, you should be aware that Nerdette does make fun of me often. Not very proper of her. Well, you know what? Maybe that says more about you than her. Maybe you can't take it.
Wait, who said that? Who said
Lethal
that?
Lightning.
Oh God, yeah.
Well, you know what? Maybe if you can dish it out, maybe learn to take it. Hey,
he can take it.
All right. He seems like he can.
Mm-hmm.
He's got thick skin.
He's a good kid.
Hey, Rookie, I got a good question to do like a round table.
Okay.
What is a popular movie that you really hate?
The Big Lebowski.
Okay.
Never seen it.
Yeah, seen The Big Lebowski? No.
The Last Jedi.
No.
Everybody hates it. Everybody hates
a proper movie that is like well received by critics and fans alike.
That's horrible. I don't watch movies.
That's okay. I don't read comic books, so
come back to me. Come back to me.
Okay. Well, what about you, Proper Jeremy?
No, I was trying to think of that too. Proper movie that everybody loves, but I hate or I can't stand. Well, I don't know. I
got one.
Oh, I do too, but I will let you go first because you beat me to it.
Avatar.
Oh, I would agree. 100%. Anna likes it because it looks pretty, apparently.
No, I'm a big.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
I think that's why most people liked it. It was because it was pretty. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got the hype.
Yeah,
I love Avatar because it's meant to, like, it's a simple story kicking off a franchise that hopefully this like 10-year hiatus will have helped Cameron perfect his scripts and stuff for making it more complex. But I think to start, it's like Star Wars. Star Wars is very fucking simple, and then it starts get more and more complex the farther you branch out from the initial story.
Do you guys would you guys want a James Cameron Star Wars movie?
Sure.
If he was younger, if he was back in the 80s, sure, but not now. Like he's too like set in his ways,
Old.
and you know he's just as much a money machine as anyone else in Hollywood now.
You know what? He went to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. I give him credit for that. He's cool. He's a cool guy, probably great guy to talk to. But I don't know. But no, I'm serious. He actually did go to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean that you can on Earth.
Probably
That's
saw
impressive.
Nothing. Probably
Yeah,
saw nothing.
exactly. He probably, you know, a flashlight would not do you well there at that point. But oh my God, yeah. But I'm sorry. I'm also reading the chat as well. You know, saying like, what do you guys all think? You know, what's a popular movie that you hate?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm waiting to hear yours, Proper Jeremy.
Well, I was gonna say, well, I lost mine a while ago. I'll think about it though.
Okay.
It'll
What
come
about
to me.
Suicide Squad? Was that one popular?
No.
Kind
No,
of.
it was
Sort
more
of disliked.
Oh
It's
my
a-
god! I don't
it's a
watch
DC
movies, but that one was
movie.
horrible. Well, yeah, but it still made quite a bit of money.
No,
It
it has to
got
be
an
loved
Oscar.
by a lot of people, right?
It got an Oscar.
Oh, I got.
Yeah, for
I
makeup.
have one that I
For
don't.
makeup.
So I know the rules
Wow.
were. What was that?
A popular movie both with fans and critics alike.
That you that I hate. Oh, see, I don't hate it though.
Or that you think is overrated, maybe, if that's a better wording.
That I don't get the hype for. Okay. Oh man, this is gonna be tough to say, and it's gonna be tough to defend because it's been a long time.
Like, for example, like Angus doesn't like the Christmas Story. I don't like the Big Lebowski. Yeah, I know. I like the Christmas Story, but he don't.
I didn't grow up with it. I'm not
filmed in
indoctrinated with
Cleveland. Come on, you're an Ohioan.
Oh, I'm from Oklahoma originally.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't choose to live in fucking Ohio. This state sucks.
What?
Yeah, I was there
Damn,
recently.
Ohio is
visiting-
not that bad.
Hey,
It's not that
Actually,
bad,
great
but
people
like,
are from Ohio. Thank you.
That's
very
right.
much.
But also,
We are.
Logan Paul is also from
You're Nerd Edit. You're an Ohioan.
I'm in Ohio. Yeah.
Yes.
I know that.
it's a great
Internet-
location because
Internet high five.
you're within 500 miles of like half the country and stuff,
Yeah.
you know. But I don't know. It's a bland fucking state. The only
Yeah.
personality it has is Ohio State, and I fucking hate Ohio State fans. So.
Oh, that's okay.
See, I was-
You're entitled to your incorrect opinions, much like Sith Bretonian is.
Well, no.
Oh, I was gonna say Back to the Future, just to
Proper
piss you
Jeremy,
off.
Proper Jeremy. I'm a Philly fan. Okay, so like I'm
Okay.
I'm part of a fan base where like we're devoted. You know, we've been lovable losers for like 60 years. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Since the 1960 Super Bowl, and I'm from Oklahoma, so you got all these phony fucking Dallas fans. Okay, they come out, you know, like, oh yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're 5-6, we're 6-5. We won a game. We're on the Super Bowl, and then you don't see them when they lose. And it's the same way with Ohio State. They'll all in your face about Ohio State. They'll fucking kick your ass if you were in Michigan, and then they lose 31-zip Clemson. You don't see one shred of scarlet and gray because they're phonies. I'm from Oklahoma. We have OU. We have a 7-time championship team.
I'm
And,
from
like,
OU.
The
Right.
fan base, you know, can be volatile, but like
Right.
it's within reason. And you know, Ohio has like multiple pro teams. Oklahoma, we just now got the Thunder like a decade ago.
Okay, so I understand where you're coming from. It's
Yeah,
sort of
so,
like an
like, I'm from a
underdog kind of
place-
thing.
I'm from a place where it's
Maybe.
like the only team to root for was the college team, and they're not as crazy as this state that has
Hey,
so much to offer.
Well, that's because the NFL team sucks so bad.
That is
We
true.
have to root. We have nothing else, so we're kind of in the same place.
Hey,
We're not so different, you and I.
Oh God, I love Austin Powers. Sith, what were you gonna say?
Yeah.
Wait, you're in Ohio right now, Jeremy?
Oh no, I'm
Or
in
Angus?
Los Angeles now.
Angus, you're in Ohio?
Yeah, I'm in Columbus area.
Woo!
Yeah, I was cu-
That is my stomping ground. I'm
I was just
sorry
curious
that.
about like when the Cavaliers finally won the championship and like
Ooh.
when Stipe Miocic won the belt. I was wondering if it was like a big deal in the whole state or just
Not
Cleveland.
really, no. Like I'm in close areas, so like me and like another guy, like I'm not a big basketball fan, but you know I've grown up watching it. You know, my first championship was the Heat versus Pistons. They beat my team, but I hate Dallas, so I rooted for the Heat. And that was a great championship comeback. And so to see LeBron, you know, have like a 4 streak in Miami and then come back to Cleveland and lose the first one, coming back, but then going back and improbable odds, like it was so great such a great story. And like there was like besides on the radio for like the area, I didn't see anyone like, yeah, fucking Cleveland Cavs, we finally won, woo. You know, you would think it'd be the same thing as like Philly, and it wasn't.
It probably was like that in just Cleveland then.
Well, there
Yeah,
was.
no, dude, there was
Wasn't
like
there
too many
something?
people clogging up the downtown area of Cleveland. Like it was crazy in Cleveland, but like, yeah, like for
Oh,
some
yeah.
reason, none of the fanhood like has permeated across the state, which is
Oh,
odd.
yeah, there was kind of a bad feeling that kind of set in your stomach when LeBron left to go to the Miami Heat. And we're losing viewers because we're talking sports. It's okay.
Sports ball.
Dude, sports part of my channel. So
I literally have a shirt from Philip DeFranco that says sports. That's I wear it everywhere.
I love his one that says pretentious. That's my favorite.
Yeah. I wonder
oh,
why.
hey, before you forget,
Smart ass.
It's better than being a dumbass.
but before we forget the question I was asking about movies that people love that you hate, I got a bunch. I do a video about it.
Okay, so here's what. Okay, we're gonna stop beating around the bush. All right.
The Superman '78, Richard Donner. I tried to watch it again yesterday. What the fuck is happening?
What the fuck is that?
You okay?
Chewing on the microphone or something? What?
What's
That
what
did not
me?
sound right.
What happened? What's going on? Was it me?
Yeah, whatever you were doing, were you like chewing on the microphone or tapping or something? What are you doing?
Yeah.
What? Oh, is it okay
fuck.
now? I was just walking to go to the fridge. That's all.
Okay,
So
we
real
didn't
quick,
Oh no,
remember
did that
my-
sound bad too?
where'd you rip a few?
So my overrated movie I hate that everyone loves is '78 Superman. I've tried to watch it like a few months ago. I recently just checked it out again. I'm like, I'll give it
What?
a chance. I'll see why people love fucking '78 Superman. And I'm just bored the fuck out of my mind.
No, you're not. Oh my
I
god, that's one of the
truly-
best.
I fell asleep last night trying to watch
Shut
it. I
up.
started it midway through because I watched like half of it. I'm like, all right, I can't take it anymore. Put it back on to try to finish it, and I'm just like, fuck this movie.
I
Star
can
Wars
understand,
came out
like,
a
the
year
fourth
before
one,
this
but-
movie, so it's not like there's a low standard of sci-fi. Spartak came out
Shut
13
up.
years
Oh my gosh.
I have more coarse words for the Academy Awards and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no, see, you can say heresy all they want and say I'm crazy, but this is why you can love me, because I'm giving you a brutally honest opinion. I'm not a shill. If I ever got Rotten Tomatoes, I would shit all over modern movies.
Right,
and
exactly.
stuff. Like I am brutally honest. I can't. It's part of my integrity. I can't fall into the fold of movies.
Exactly.
Of like criticism. Like I'm giving you like I don't get why people love Ghostbusters. I don't get why people love Superman. Like the little nuances of Superman where it's like, oh, he parts his hair left if he's Superman, parts it to the right if he's
Oh yeah.
Don't forget the
nuances
curl.
like that. His spit curl, his being a dumbass in front of people, but really being like the strongest man in the universe. That's all cool. Those are cool little subtleties that I appreciate. And like the flying and all that, the special effects are okay, but just like I'm just bored out of my mind. They got an ugly chick for Lois Lane.
Oh,
How dare you?
Lex Luthor
Don't
being
speak ill of the dead.
Lex Luthor being in league with like that dumbass assistant of his. It doesn't make sense. I can't buy it. It's overrated.
oh, I love that movie.
Okay.
I've tried 3 times now, and I can't even finish it. Like I got to the part where like do the time travel thing to save Lois Lane and stuff.
Oh, where he reverses the Earth.
It's awful.
Go back. Like it is kind of yeah.
Rebuilds the wall.
Yeah, he does. I didn't know we had one. I wasn't paying attention. No,
Or something,
I
yeah.
totally get what you mean, though. I never really got into
Robert Willing screaming at me through the chat.
Robin Williams. Oh, Robin.
Robin Williams.
It's not just how he looks. Grr. I imagine that's what he's feeling right now.
Oh my God.
He's right though. It's a persona. When he was Clark Kent, he was this goofball, very uncharismatic character, and then when he was, Superman, he was himself.
He gets to be his hero he wants to be, or something, right?
Sure.
I've never seen it either, so I have no idea, honestly.
You've never
Dude,
seen
like,
it?
Marlon Brando
I've not seen
Holy
any
crap!
Superman.
A movie
I
I've seen, you haven't.
Marlon Brando is Jor-El, and everyone's like, "Oh, Marlon Brando." I'm like, "What is the big deal?" Like, I know he's in Godfather, but I don't see anything jumping off the screen when he's playing Jor-El.
Yeah, well, I mean,
just a
he
name,
also
just a
had,
name.
you know, what's kind of weird? Christopher Reeve didn't even have top billing in his own movie. It was Marlon Brando and Gene Hackman, and Marlon Brando was barely even in it.
He only got like 300,000 for Superman, and it might have been because I was reading about it. They
In
filmed
1978, though.
Yeah,
no,
that's
no,
a lot.
But Hackman got like I think 3.7 million.
Oh my
damn.
goodness, that's
like, it was a
crazy.
huge disparity. But it's also because Hackman was already an Academy Award winner, I think, at this time.
Right.
True.
And then
That's very
Brando,
true.
I think, already did Godfather. So like,
Yeah,
you know,
he
there's
already did
some
both
cool-
of them. No,
and
he
Brando's-
only did one.
And Brando was you know already an established like Western actor and stuff too. So it makes sense in a way. But a cool thing, Prowse, original Darth Vader actually helped train Reeves. So like I've read into this movie. Like I'm very interested. I see why people like it because it's like the first real superhero movie since you know the dumb Batman shit in the '60s.
Oh, with the shark.
Campy stuff.
Which has a spirit to it, but you know it's like when you love Batman for the character. It's like, oh, this is such a shortcoming.
With Adam West, yeah. It was cheesy. It was fun. It was just kind of different. It wasn't taken seriously.
No, like
exactly.
I've read a few Superman things.
Yeah,
I've come around to liking the character Superman, like from For All Seasons by Jeff Loeb and stuff. But I don't get the love of the movies besides the nostalgia following, where it's like, oh, it's like the only superhero movie I saw for 10 years till Batman, so it's like the gold standard. I see some similarities between like Spider-Man with like the character portrayal, Sam Raimi versus Dawn or Superman. I see connections and stuff with film style and portrayal, but I don't get its continued love like Star Wars came out a year before.
When we have Robert on here, he'll just have to shout you out on that one. He'll argue on that one, I imagine.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I remember being in the chats and just like shouting through the keyboard, like, no!
Robert, when you come on for the stream in December, you'll have your chance to set Angus straight.
Well, it's okay because I got one that's E.T. Can't do it.
Oh no!
I've actually seen E.T. since I was a kid, so I don't even really know.
Didn't fall for the Reese's Pieces. Didn't fall for the penis breath thing. No.
Penis breath.
It's not like that, penis breath. It is great moments, but you know what? I just never got the feels for that.
It's definitely overrated, but it holds up really well, I think.
Yeah, but the thing is, like that is the best Spielberg movie. Fuck you! You never watched Jaws. Who
says that's the best Spielberg movie?
A lot of people say it's the best Spielberg movie.
That was the game changer for blockbusters. So it's got a high bar for.
Which one? Jaws or E.T.?
Jaws. E.T.'s like 5 years after.
Yeah, but I thought, wait, no, it was Jaws that set the record, and then Jurassic Park broke it.
That was for blockbusters and stuff. I think. Like setting and the multi-franchise sequels and all that stuff.
You know what sucks about
Jaws? Yeah, I think so. But it only had like a few sequels that were the only one that I liked was the second movie. And I thought, sorry, Black Angus, you were saying something.
No, I'll have to confirm this. Let me look it up real quick. But I think I heard something that part of the reason Blade Runner failed like in the box office was because it was up against fucking E.T. And it's like, man, like I like E.T., but it does not compare at all to Blade Runner.
I used to mistake E.T. for Yoda when I was a kid.
Well, Yoda was also in the movie.
Yep, E.T. 4, Revenge of the Finger. If they made a franchise out of it, I don't know.
Yoda
if they make sequels out of it, I don't know.
I always love the robot chicken.
Yeah, that one's kind of funny. His friends all bully him.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Well, actually, since I got to be going to school in a little bit, I got to eat something first and then head off to class. We're going to be closing up here. So
how long does it take you to eat, Rookie?
Well, it's not like I'm going to be doing it for an hour, but I mean, I want chill time before I just go, because I woke up, started streaming, and then I have to go to school. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
he's got bugs to kill.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
Oh no, I understand. I was just in school not too long ago, so yeah, I feel it.
Yep. So
I have
anything
graduated, but it's
graduated. Yep.
adulting.
Educated. Nice.
Any-
Graduated like 25 years ago.
What?
He's joking, dude. He's fucking with it.
Yeah, so I was looking it up real quick. E.T. was released June 11th, and then 2 weeks later, Blade Runner came out. So it just totally got overshadowed by E.T., unfortunately.
Yeah. Harrison Ford was cut out of that movie. Very unfortunate. Missed opportunity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh well. He's in better stuff.
Yeah, he is. He is.
But all right, so starting with Angus, is there anything you want to, close out with? Anything you want to shill a video or something that you're working on or something you want to leave with people?
I'm kind of like, I got a bunch of stuff written down that I want to do. I'm thinking though, after talking with Flip and Rookie, like I might do a sort of Mahler critique of Black Panther. I haven't watched Mahler's critique if he did one. I think he did, but it's really just about the hero's journey and why Black Panther sucks in that regard, and the just utter nonsense that their country makes for the MCU. Like it's just a huge plot hole going forward, and they really think that they can just skirt by saying like, oh, they pretended to be a third world country, and then you think nothing of like the practicality. And so I'm thinking about that. I always got new weird angles on stuff. We'll see. It takes me a while to. I'm my own editor, as Rookie knows as well. It takes a while to edit your own stuff.
It
so we'll
does,
see.
yeah.
But definitely check out my. If you never read the children's classic from 1992 called The Rainbow Fish.
No.
I did a video about that with Victoria's Secret and how SJWs try to redistribute beauty as a commodity.
Yeah.
I tied in with that book. Hope you enjoy it. It's pretty short. It's only 10 minutes and it's well contained. Let me know what you think and what I should do in the future.
I love that video.
All right, perfect, Angus. And then Sith, go ahead.
All right, so I'm Sith Kryptonian. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like. I cover Star Wars, DC, a few other topics. I uploaded a video on Sunday about the Obi-Wan Kenobi kind of new rumor, quote unquote. And my dad makes an appearance, so make sure to check that out. And you can follow me on Twitter at Sith Crypto with a KYT. And yeah, I had a great time chatting with you guys today.
Yep, as always. I love that in the beginning. That's a very nice way to do a little skit without having to film anything.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
And then Nerdette, anything you want to close out with?
No, I have Nerdette's newsstand where I cover comics and nerd culture, geek culture, and I bitch a lot. But other than that, no. Yeah.
That's what's entertaining.
Yeah. So if you want to hear me rant, check out my channel. If not, that's fine too.
Yep, you have a video coming out today, don't you? Or you're working on
Yeah,
one?
probably in the next hour or two. I'm working on Batman 59 right now, which was super good. Super good.
59.
So you don't have to hear me bitch.
Yes. All right. And then, so Proper Jeremy, I know you don't have a channel, but anything you want to close out on or tell us about?
Proper Jeremy does have a channel now.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I mean content, but I mean. All right.
Oh, yeah. What I want to do is post a couple of old videos and then make some new ones. There's one that I thought about doing, but I just never got around to it. But I have a free day today, so I'll probably just do it. Make a video explaining why all the Jeremys is because of Mike Zero. I tried to explain it earlier, but I had just woken up and it wasn't quite clear exactly what the purpose was for that, or the mentality behind that is. But it's an interesting story, and it's a pretty great. It's awesome, and I have a lot of fun around here. I have a lot of fun. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for not being too mad at me for being fashionably late. Won't happen again if you invite me on in the future. I really enjoy these kind of chats. I enjoy these conversations, and this community that has been building up for so long is just it's refreshing. it's refreshing to have, you know, actual discourse and have actual dialogue, and it's very dare I say proper, you know, being surrounded by you know, people who you know, can have like an actual disagreement. And unless you don't like AC/DC, then get the fuck out.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hey, Rookie, can you inform people what you're working on?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm working on two things. Working on The Last Jedi review, which I'm making a 5-part series, and I'm trying to approach it in a way and cover certain things that haven't fully been covered yet, I think, enough, and trying to make that entertaining. Even had my mom's opinion on it, which I'm not. And so it's not just, oh, these stupid fanboy dudes. It's like, she doesn't watch movies all that often, just every now and then, average moviegoer. So she freaking hated it too. And there's a whole almost an hour long version of that and a highlight in my part 1. And then I'm also working on the Rookies Test Trilogy, where at first there's just going to be me trying to test my filming skills, where I've gotten how to use special effects and animations and whatnot, and just how I can cut things. But I decided also to include everybody that I've met on YouTube, basically, like to have little cameos in it and make it a fun skit interaction, kind of. So all these guys in here going to be in it, even fit in a little part for Proper Jeremy to have a little inclusion as well. And
I'll work on the voice.
Yep. Don't worry. You don't have to perfect the voice, but, you know, I think people would like the voice since it is Proper Jeremy. They'd prefer that.
Yeah,
the proper voice would be appropriate.
Yes, definitely. And I doubt we'll be able to get Proper Anna to do it, but I mean, we'll see if I can make something work with her.
Just ask her.
Yeah, I did. She said she's not really sure about doing the voice or anything, but, you know, she said she might write something down or see the script first or something. So we'll see.
Yeah. Also, you have to know, you never know who is behind the parody accounts. Like, you know, females have been in charge of Jeremy accounts, and
for all I know, Proper Anna is a dude. For all I know.
Exactly. Yeah.
that could make sense then.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine either way. But, you know, yeah, if it was like voice, you know, it's very hard for men to do female voices. Not vice versa, though. You know.
True.
Yeah, look at Timmy Turner, for example, or Jimmy Neutron.
Oh yes, that's a good point, man. Yeah. So I have part 1 of that little trilogy out with Jeff the Iron Wolf in there, flipped out, and Johnny 5. Johnny 5 does the Snoke voice, which he does a pretty good Snoke voice, to be honest.
Yeah.
And part 2 is going to have more craziness, and part 3 is going to have the most craziness. That's where I'm having way more of the cameos jump in. So that's all for.
This is going to be a fun. It's going to be a fun one.
It's going to be a fun project. I'm trying to get it done before the end of the year, so it can, you know, finish out.
All right. Well, I got a free day, so I'll send you the lines.
No problem. All right. So goodbye, everybody in the chat. Thank you for coming by. Homework Channel, Jeremy, Tari LG, Midnight Cherry TV, Adam Shahan. Hey, it's that Devin.
No Hallmark Channel, Jeremy. I do not look like Rainbow Fish.
Give me your skills, Proper.
Yes. Give the skills.
Hey, just replace a fish with a girl and scales with a hair, and you'll see how fucked up that story is.
Oh, yeah.
True.
It is really messed up. It's like Farrah Fawcett. You're doing that.
Yep. And then goodbye, Lone Wolf Cub, Stony McInternet Douche, JP4, Jedi Rider, Shabby, everybody. See you guys next time.